ignore this whole thing, by the way. This is my new thing to fill out my screen. But yeah, sorry for the late stream start. But anyways, no, so today I'm going to be... Why is my stream being stupid? So, oh my god, bro, the music needs to chill. Hold on, how loud is it being? Yo, let's turn that down just a bit. Alright, so today I'm going to be finishing my Fears to Fathom. I'm not particularly excited about this, if I'm being completely honest with you. Allow me, do something quickly. Yeah, I hate that I have display capture on, but right, I gotta fix that, but you know, that's a whole different thing. Bro! Like, oh my god, I need to go in my stream manager. I don't know why I'm not showing my screen, bro, like I should. I just need to clear the chat. Perfect. Okay, now we can show the screen. Well, okay. So, let's get started. Alright, so. Oh no, it saved. Oh no, don't tell me it saved at the board game section of the game. Oh, please have mercy on me. Yeah, I'm glad you like the BRB stream. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm not going to use it right now because I didn't set it up. Kind of went unprepared with this. What happened? Oh my god, I have to redo this. Oh my god. Okay. I have to redo this. Okay. Okay, time to grab the Ouija board. Great start to the evening, if I dare say. Okay, so, you know, I just started, you know, for the video when I make this, I just started, you know, a new stream. Well, I want to talk about something I noticed that I think is going to be potentially what's going to happen. So let me go out here. Why is my car parked like that? That's not... Do you see this? Right here? Do you see this? I personally think that there's going to be the other guy I saw earlier, the owner or whatever. It's, he's going to open up this, and it leads straight to the basement. If you look at the house, it leads to the room he told me not to go to. Which is, I think, how he's going to get in the house. And I think that's what's going to happen. I really, truly think that. So, you know, I'm very excited for that. It's called the Ouija board? No, it's called Ouija board. I was just being stupid last time. Oh, hell no. Why is the game so loud? Oh, because my music was on. I mean, my volume's on full. Like, imagine if he's just sitting behind the door. I hate how fuzzy the game is, by the way. I'm not looking forward to playing this at all. But you know, if I became a little pussy, it would be pretty lame. Let's turn off all the lights. At least I know what happens. Yes, yes, yes. Blah 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 blah. Oh. Yeah. Get this stupid thing over with. I've been wanting to watch streamers play this game, so I really want to finish this game just so I can watch some other streamer play it. Also, I want to make a video on this, obviously, so... Just, No way, are you moving it? Oh, well, that's not a whisper. No way, are you moving it? That wasn't me. Okay, I got one too. Oh, is that me saying that? You know the shelter door outside, where does it lead to? I'm saying the shelter door outside leads to this basement. Like, to the room that I'm banned from, if you pay attention. Not the basement, where the exit that leads to it? Meaning. I don't know what you're saying. Are you friendly? I can't get over the fact if this is a real story, why are we like stupid? Well, who thinks, oh, it's a great idea to go into a basement that's known for ghosts and use my Ouija board and turn off all the lights? Like, that's a recipe for disaster. And then yeah, blah blah blah. I'm not ready for what. Yeah. Alright, now we're back to where left off. That was weird. You mean the part you left me? Figure you wouldn't move your... Like, bro, I'm a woman. Come on. Like, you don't assume women can move as fast as a man. Like, come on. Alright, whatever. Nah, I find it so weird that, you know, we're just casually staying in this house after that incident. I want to watch TV. I mean, sure, distractions are always great. I mean, that's why we watch TV in the first place, to distract ourselves from reality. Was this left open? I don't think it was. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Don't like how someone's going through the fridge. Hold on. Okay, just making sure no one's in there. You know, gotta be careful. Also, you know what I noticed? Apparently Queso voice acts in this game. Queso was a voice actor, but I missed it. So that's unfortunate. It's not like I'm a big fan of Queso or anything. I just thought it'd be interesting. It's interesting.
A mayonnaise water park. So first, we are gonna prepare the asparagus.
Oh yeah, I already watched this yesterday, so just gonna get through this.
Salt is good for the bones. After letting these simmer in the salt bath, we can start making the chocolate.
Yum. Ew, I'm eating the lemons too? Ew.
Yes.
Why are we like? Why is there like? Ew, no. All right. Just get out. Oh, do I have to actually sit here and watch the whole thing? Oh, okay.
Fancy flavor in there. The next thing we prepare is the mayonnaise. We stir fry this in a pan with Irish tofu. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna taste like shit.
Yeah, it would. I mean, who stir fries mayo? That's weird.
Instructions. This is the brine of the mayonnaise. We gotta inject it with a little anesthesia to make sure it doesn't revolt against us. It gets very angry once it knows we're trying to cook it. After doing that, we mix all the ingredients together in a tray and place it inside the oven.
Insert it. Okay, insert it in the oven. Insert it in the hole. Okay.
Gasoline-soaked ramen.
Yay! Alright, just I don't want to watch this.
A dish only for
Bro is eating air. Okay.
It requires a lot of patience and skill. What you will need is gasoline and ramen.
You know, gasoline prices these days are kind of high, if you didn't notice. Don't think I could afford to make this exquisite dish.
We begin by pouring the gasoline into this pot. Make sure not to use whole gasoline since it's really bad for you. Maybe use 2% or half and half.
Yeah, because you know milk and gasoline are, you know, milk and gas are equivalent.
Gasoline come to a boil, we can put in our ramen. I'm using some stuff I found in my grandmama's basement. But you can use whatever kind you like. This ramen will taste fantastic.
Will it?
The gasoline
It tastes fantastic, you say?
Noodles. It's actually kind of scientific. Bill Nye Who. The gasoline molecules merge with the noodle molecules, and they taste very good. Now that this is cooking, we can check on our cake. If your oven catches on fire,
Yeah, wow.
make sure to put it out.
As if it
on the
wouldn't
fire
explode.
extinguisher. Well, damn. Damn, that's burnt.
Oh,
I'm not
damn.
this. But not to worry. I know someone who will. Yo, Grandma! Yo, I made you food!
Yeah.
No, it's not poison. It's not poison. Look.
You know it's a bad sign if your grandma thinks you're trying to poison you.
I don't want you wandering around the house again. Get back in there! Okay, I'm glad she ate that up. I wouldn't want any food to go to waste.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess
That's
we can
what
still
donut
enjoy
shops should
our
be applying to
gasoline
their
product,
business model.
which is ready to serve. I hope y'all enjoy eating this as much as I will. Let's eat!
Cooking with Jeffrey. Every person I know who's Jeffrey that's on TV or on like a YouTube is an idiot. So I'm not surprised he made gasoline ramen. To be honest. Oh yeah. Blah 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 blah. All right. That's where I got scared. So, and I quit the game. So let's see if I can. What was this? Oh hell no! Who are you? Okay. Anyways, clean the dishes. You say? What dishes? Oh, obviously. Oh, sorry for littering. Okay. Had to do both our plate. Oh, screw you, bro. Where's my plate? Oh. Oh, did you hear that? It's the sound of someone walking around. Okay. Excuse me, had to do both our okay, oh, oh. Had to do both our plates. Oh. You know, the lower quality of the game, the scarier it is. And I gotta say, it's pretty low quality while I'm witnessing. Okay. Was there any other dishes? Oh, duh. Come on, take that. No. How do we have leftover food? Okay, whatever. Just go away. I think there's someone under my bed right now. Okay. Can you come upstairs? Hell no. Dude, as a woman, if I was a woman, okay, I say that as if I was one. If I was a woman, bro, I would not be going up there and be thinking, I'm gonna stop this. What room are you? Why are all the doors closed? Walk slow. Sure. You're defenseless. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, I'm gonna get scared. Oh! Oh my god. Okay. I knew it because the music stopped. Okay. Oh my god, idiot. My good looks are half my charm. Oh, please don't mess them up. You don't even look good, idiot. Okay. We're not having sex tonight, let me tell you. You're never gonna have sex with me after this one. Okay. That was fun, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. This is the type of people I hate, bro. Like, oh, I'm gonna knock on someone's door, pull out a gun, and be like, oh no, it's a fake gun! Well, you're gonna get shot. It was just a joke! Okay, well, it's not a joke to me. I want to go for the next round. What does that even mean? How about a game of hide and seek? Oh, no, and he's gonna make me go in the basement. No. This sucks. Okay, you're on your own. Count to 10. Well, obviously, I'm just gonna go. I decided to hide in the basement. Are you kidding me? Bro, are we stupid? Oh my god. Why would you go back in the basement? Oh man, this is the type of stuff I hate. fucking. I don't even want to go. I don't want to go, bro. I don't. Take a nice little breather outside. You know, maybe I'll see something. Like, oh, hey, there's a ladder. That. Any creepy people? No. Okay. Wait, okay. No, I do. I'm stalling, obviously, but you know, like excuse me. What is this? The shirt is faced what the other direction. Yeah, what are we doing here? I don't understand what we're doing there. All good moments have to come to an end. Oh, hold on. Could watch some TV. Dude, I don't want to do this. I really don't. This is gonna be disastrous. Okay. Gotta man up and just do it. Oh. Bro. Am I stupid? I decided to under the nook under the stairs. Oh, idiot. Oh. Huh. Bro. Yeah. You better close your eyes and stop counting. Okay. No! Bro, I have to close my eyes for real, bro? I can cheat? Oh. Oh no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Get me out of there. I don't like this at all. I don't want to do this. Oh, my heart's beating so fast. Oh my god, I hate this so much. What if... Oh no. What if he's hiding in the basement? He most certainly is. Yeah, he definitely is. He's hiding in the room that he's not supposed to be in. Guarantee it. Hello. Yep. Oh no, 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 no. Hold on, let me, by the way, let me see something. So my chat box is like right here, and my head, okay, yes, my head's kind of, hold on, let me fix that. Bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. How's streaming on Twitch doing? It's alright. Oh, no, I have to go back in the basement. I have to go in the room. Oh my god. Couldn't open the door. Wait, what? Wait, am I... What? Are you outside? No? Where is it? Wait, what? Am I missing a room? Like, what? Where is this idiot? Not in the fridge. God, obviously he's not in the fridge. Like, what am I saying? You're reaching nearly 1K on YouTube. Honestly, you think you should carry on YouTube? Ah, nah. I kind of prefer Twitch, to be honest. Okay, bro, like... Where? Bro, what, like, oh my god, like, where is he? Okay, I'm going in depth now with the searching. Oh? You up here? No. Bro, how am I missing this? Like, what? What? Yeah, I'm confused. I think that, something's off. Looked everywhere in the house. I mean, maybe... Go out here? There's no way they'd make me do this. Yeah, it doesn't open. Like, what? Oh my god. I don't know where he is. Am I stupid? Dude, there's no way I'm missing this. Like, this is so stupid. What trash do you got in here? Oh, cans. Fair enough. I'll see your Starbucks drinker. Oh, okay, anyways. Wait, is this an actual fireplace, by the way? Like, I'm about to look this up because I honestly have no clue. What? What? I'm confused, bro. How? How is he so good at this? Okay, time to open every single individual he's in on the attic. I don't even know if there is an attic. Is there? Can't open that. Can't open these. How is bro go to hide? Dude, I'm about to look this up because honestly I have no clue where to look. What? How is this? This is stupid. This is why I hate hide and seek, because either I'm really bad at hiding for obvious reasons. I'm just not really known for being sneaky. I've literally checked everywhere. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? God. Admit defeat. Okay. What's that, Travis Scott? Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not Travis Scott. Oh, bro has a dinosaur in his office. Is he in there? I highly doubt you can open that. Because they didn't introduce this part of the house. Yeah, I'm about to look this up. Because I honestly have no clue where he would be. Why is everything louder outside? There's no way he went here, like, right? hey, I live here, I live here. Oh, I thought I saw inside there. Try the garage, yeah? And it doesn't even open. Yeah, this is stupid. Wow. How am I missing this? This is actually so confusing. I mean, there's very clearly an attic. What's... What's that music about? Did I miss something? I don't like how there was like a thing that just played. Check if there's something on the top floor that lets you go to the attic. Yeah, I mean... Obviously gotta be a way, right? It's pitch black up there, there's no way. Oh! Damn, okay. I think I heard something upstairs. Oh, no, no, no. You really heard sliding up there. You didn't hear it? No. What? Are you gonna check it out? Why me? Why me? Bro, my shoulders are too broad. Oh, this is why. Oh my god, I have the worst, like, a quote-unquote friend. Nope, sex. Okay. Use that stepping stool behind me? What? Stepping stool, bro? Oh. Nope, 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 nope. That is not optimal. Okay, so that's a hiding place. Oh no. Wait, what's stepping? Oh. No, idiot. I don't even want to do this. Like, bro, you're such a horrible person, bro. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're so punchable. Such a punchable face. We're just go sleep. How about that? How about we go sleep? How about we? You know what's better? How about we stay in the garage? I'm sure that will go well. I'd rather sleep in the garage than stay here. Why is bro looking like he's missing a chromosome? Yeah, I don't know. Like, why is he built like this? Like, his eyes, like, one eye is bigger than the other. Anyways, how do you step on this? No, no, no. How do I leave? Yeah, I looked. I looked. Yeah, I really did. What do you mean, bro? You okay? So you? Oh my God. You know, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna bring a flashlight. You already know. Didn't you say you kept the flashing lights here? Did you hear that? Oh, god damn it, I can't find the flashlights. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this man said he's kept some flashlights around. Nah, the game just wants me to go in raw dog it. Like, oh man, that's brutal. Definitely regretting playing this game right now. Tell you that one. Wants me a raw dog in the dark. Like, bro. Like I said, you're such an idiot. Bro thinks he has a chance of getting me. He wants to have sex, but you know. No sex. No sex. No sex. No, no, no. After this, you're gonna have to, if we're ever doing it, you're gonna put a condom on. That's the worst. It's the best you'll be getting. And even then, oh hell no! You're looking down on me, bro. Who you talking to? Okay, bro, I just need to man up and go. This is so hard because like, if he heard some, bro. Oh, at least there's a light. That's good. Ah, whatever. Oh! Oh, it's just a cat. Okay. Okay, screw you, idiot. Didn't know you had a cat. So, no light. Whatever. Yeah. Looks like you want the only pussy in the house. Ah, get wrecked. I was right there for a minute. We can give her one in the cup. I come find you. Bro, stop playing this guy. This game sucks, bro. Let me guess. I decided to hide in this little shed in the backyard. You already know something bad's about to happen. Why are you playing hide and seek? Like, are we not grown adults? Now I'm gonna have to find him again. That's gonna be great. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I'm located, but ignore that. What? You know, the worst part is this is probably just hyping up the actual issue. I mean, there's no way he doesn't see me. Obviously, he doesn't see me because it's scripted. Oh, wow. Took me a while to figure out you left the house. Okay, yeah, the whole I'm tired thing doesn't work because this guy is so persistent. I'll hide in the house. We're heading back in anyway. You find me and we'll go to bed. Oh my god. My instincts are telling me stop playing this game, bro. I really hate this game so much. Ugh. Ah. Okay. You hear that? That's in the basement. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, yeah, I forgot. You said you're gonna repair that. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I should have figured he. Oh, yeah. He's gonna come. Well, hey there. Well, now it's like suspicious because, like, bro, how did you get in the house without us knowing? Like, you're very. It's very obvious he's planning on doing bad things. I'm fixing the faucets. We got a problem with that? This is my house. I don't need to check in with you every time I fix something. I highly doubt you're the owner. I've never seen anyone fix a faucet with a hammer before. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. You ever fix many faucets yourself, young man? Didn't think so. So I imagine you didn't know what tools you need. Bro, I think you need a stupid wrench. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you need most of the time. That's what I've seen. Just got here a couple minutes ago. Okay. If you heard anything before that, it must have been that old lady, remember? You asking me to leave, miss? Okay, this is what you get for being a cheapskate. She's being polite. We rented this house and would like to have it to ourselves. I don't really want to have to call law enforcement. Bro. Okay, so, I mean, I hate being that guy, but, like, just because you call law enforcement does not mean it's going to solve the issue. It's just wasting their time. Ain't no cops in Woodbury. Ooh. 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 You think they're gonna arrest the homeowner for fixing a faucet? I mean, yeah, that's a good point. You know what? If you fellas don't like me fixing a faucet, I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna watch you leave the full way. Where are you gonna head? Where you head? Yeah. Where do you park? Oh, okay. Don't know what this is about. Excuse me. Did my game crash? Ooh. Oh. I don't know why on my screen it doesn't show anything, but on the... Like, on my screen, I can't even see my mouse. Oh, there we go. After looking at the door, we debated what to do. We agreed that there's something off about Rick from the start. It seemed like he enjoyed making excuses to come over unannounced. We decided Rick was weird, but probably harmless. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I kind of see how you think that. We could attribute his behavior to extreme lack of social awareness. Look, we already drove all the way here. Let's just enjoy ourselves, Mike said. But by this time, I was feeling real tired. Nah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I think every dialogue you choose will cause consequences and end like life is strange. I don't know, maybe. I decided to get some rest. Oh, dude. How long was I going to sleep for? Wow, what is happening? Are you still awake? Do you mind if I come in? I'd like to talk about something. Oh, it's confessing. Oh, sure. Sorry, go confess. What's that noise? The storm is starting to get really bad. I can hardly see the truck in the driveway. She'll be just fine, Sydney. Don't worry. I'm here to keep you safe. What? Hey, it's no problem at all. Guys are supposed to watch over people they care about, right? Man, well, yeah, what are you talking about? What a day, huh? This is exactly how I thought our getaway was going to go. Oh, wasn't. Oops, my bad. Can you believe that guy? He just keeps wandering around the house like he owns the place. Well, that's a dumb statement. He owns the place, idiot. You know exactly what I meant, Sydney. He shouldn't just barge in the place whenever he wants. We rented the damn house. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, 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 chill. Oh, hey, whoa. Why don't you come sit? Okay, so we're making romantic gestures. I appreciate the offer, but you know, I'm very tired. I'm not trying to, you know, have some fun. You know, that's not for me. Okay, whatever. I guess I have to sit next to him. Stop looking at me weirdly. You know, I've missed this. Yeah. Us just talking. It's been too long. Okay. You know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You don't have to sleep alone tonight if you don't want to. I mean, yeah, let's press him. Hello? You gonna respond? You act like you don't remember our trip to Oregon. Well, okay, so, why does it give me options for a trip that I have no clue about? Like, what? I don't know how it wins. Awkward. Didn't start out awkward, though. Like, we had a lot, oh, so, we already had fun. They sure did. I'm hoping maybe they can happen again. Okay, so, we're weird. You just let me worry about the details, Cindy. Let's see what he...
Guys, I think I'm about 70 miles away from Woodbury, and my stinking tire just blew out. It's
Ha ha
snowing,
ha!
and I'm on the side of the road on Highway 11 near Killington. There's a sign by the side of the road. It's hard to see. I think it says Kent Pond. The snow is like half a foot deep, and I can't get the lug nuts off the tire. I hate to ask, but can you two come get me?
Okay, first off, who does that sound like? It sounds familiar, I think. Oh, we're gonna go get her? I mean, hell yeah. What a timing, huh? I just wanted to have sex with you and caress your body. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Okay. But I guess we can't leave Nora stranded. No, we can't. No, Sydney, you stay here and get some sleep. Oh, no. There's no sense in both of us freezing our asses off. No, bro. No. Oh, this game sucks. This game sucks. This is not even a game anymore. Like, if this is real, this sucks. Like, imagine being a girl and this is how... Are you sure? I'm sure. You're in pajamas. I'm still dressed. You just settle in. I'll get help, Noah. That is, like... This guy's gotta be the stupidest man in the world. Like, he sometimes is smart. Other times, though, he's stupid. And why do I say that? Because... Literally, he's leaving a woman where a man is going into the house. He knows that. He's leaving a woman alone in a house she doesn't know, with no police nearby, with no car to get away, in a snowstorm. Like, bro, are we stupid? Are we stupid? Are we stupid? Always like doing nice things for you, Sydney. No. We'll finish talking about this later, okay? I wish I could have had fun with you. I mean, whoa! I meant, I'm so glad for the interesting experience we had. Get some good rest and stay warm. Okay, I'll see you out. Hey, why don't you get some rest while I'm gone? Look, make sure you take care of yourself, alright? Lock all the doors. Can you blame me for sounding like your dad? I've read these games are based on Reddit posts, Yeah, I mean, Reddit posts, by the way, are not always 100% accurate. You know, obviously, because people are gonna could easily embellish the details. But whatever. Before I go, how about a hug? I mean, just in case you're asleep when I get back, I kind of need one right now. Or whatever, sure. Sweet dreams. Get some sleep, Cindy. Hmm. This guy's stupid. I told myself things would get better if I could just get some rest. Nora always knew how to cheer me up, and I needed more by the minute. And with her reviving soon, I decided to rest in the meantime. What time is it gonna be? Oh, bro. Oh, hell no. Okay. Someone was at the front door. You don't say. Oh, can you chill out? The realizations that someone outside this late at night was horrific. Look, friend, I know it ain't ideal banging on your door in the middle of the night, but I know damn well this is not the guy from the gas station. I know damn well it's not. Oh, yep, it is. Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. Why? How did he get here? I was counting on a ride from some friends, but they are running behind and won't be here for about 2 more hours. Well, how did you get here, idiot? Did you really hike through the winter to get to my house? You can sit on the porch while you wait. Thanks, but I was hoping you'd let me inside until my friends get here to get me. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. You're gonna let me freeze to death out here. I didn't make you go hiking in a snowstorm. I shouldn't know you'd be as big as a bitch as you were back at the pizza joint. Yeah, exactly. It's the stupid hiker, bro. Come on. You think I didn't see you and your little boyfriend fishing in the creek earlier? Oh, hell no. I figured maybe you'd give me a chance, but this time... Oh, I figured you'd maybe give me a chance this time. It looks like you're still... unkind. Ain't no cops around here. Ah, yep, he's one of those people. Speaking of, I don't see your fellas truck out here either. Ooh. Fine. Suit yourself. He's getting in the house, isn't he? Are you leaving? You gonna leave? Hey, leave! Let me tell you something. You'll get what's coming for you leaving me out here. Yeah, he's breaking in. 100%. Calm's a bitch, my friend. The man at the door seemed irrelevant compared to how tired I was. Yeah, he's gonna get in. He's gonna get in. I already know he's in. He's in the house right now. Oh. This is so idiotic. What? What? At this point, I had no choice but to call for help. Yeah. Okay, text Rick. Yeah. Rick, I'm sorry to bother you over. Okay, I'm not reading all that, but you know. Come on, respond. What? So you can respond? Why is there no options for Sunny to let him in, by the way? Well, because why would you let in a random guy into a house you're renting when you're alone and you're a woman? First off, like, there's so many reasons why you shouldn't do that. Like, seriously. Oh my god. I should have realized this was going to be the villain. I don't even know where the light switches are. That's the worst part about this. Oh. Hello? What the hell's going on? Yeah, I came as quickly as I could. So this guy might not be as bad as I thought. I wouldn't worry about him anymore. Oh no. He murdered! Oh. Oh, hell no. What does that mean, bro? Still didn't feel safe opening the door. What do you mean? I just opened. By the way, where's your friend? The guy who was with you earlier. Oh yeah, no, he's gonna do some bad stuff. So you're all alone here right now, huh? He's got a hammer in his hand. He's gonna hit me, isn't he? No? Where you going, buddy? Storms like this bring out all kinds of folks. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Not all of them know when to stay away. Okay, sure. Oh! 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 Ooh! 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 Okay. Oh! 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 No! Everything okay, miss? Oh, yeah! Awful late for texting, isn't it? Who are you talking to? You are not Rick, are you? What did you just say? This is my house. I'll leave when I want to. Oh, okay. I want what's mine. The house and you. Oh. Oh. I mean, okay, to be fair, that's like, it's not, I mean, yeah, it's horrifying, obviously, if you're a woman and they're told, hey, I want you. In a forceful manner. But I would rather have that happen than be, like, confronting this man and then he kills me. I'd much rather have anything bad happen than get killed, obviously. You're trespassing. I don't think so. If anyone is leaving this house, it will be one of us. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh! Hey! 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 What? Okay. I don't know how to feel about that one. So obviously confronting him is not the option because he's just going to immediately... Oh. What happens if you escape into the backyard? Well, I think you gotta hide in a hiding spot. That's the optimal move. There's two hiding spots I know of. There's one in the attic, like the entrance to the attic, and then there's one in the basement. I should have realized it. I mean, it was kind of obvious this guy was not the guy. Door. Seen him was a relief. Wait a second. So wait. So when wait, whoa, pause. What? How did he know to come? How? Oh no. Oh nah. Oh nah. He came. Oh nah. He didn't. Oh, he came. He came on his own. He came on his own. Saw a guy outside, and he's just like, oh well, you know, I might as well solve that problem. But his intentions were not pure. Oh, nah. Explain the situation. I wouldn't worry about him anymore. Okay. Hey, by the way, where's your friend? He should be back soon. How does this guy get in the house multiple times, by the way? Oh, he definitely used the basement thing. Yeah. Bro, get out of my face. You sure about that? Maybe I should stick around, make sure everything's real okay. Does anything scary happen? I don't know, maybe there's music playing right now, because this is not the real deal. Okay. You need to leave right now. Is it a big loophole? No, I died, so that's what... What did you just say? Move! Move! Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No! Oh no! Okay. No, there's a barrier. Okay, so yeah, there's a no. The problem is I can't get to the backyard or the basement because there's a barrier. Unless I'm stupid. I could rewatch my stream, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what that was. It seemed like they put a barrier to where I wanted to go. Why did you scare? That was pretty obvious, bro. I'm a very big scaredy idiot. Okay, let me tell you that. Do not do well with scary stuff, even though it's like, that was obvious. It's like, bro. Honestly though, this one, it's scary so far, but like, it wasn't as scary as the other episodes. Like, episode 4, I think that was the scariest one. I mean, I haven't played it on stream, but I watched it, obviously, if I know about it. So, beep beep beep, open the door. Oh, thank God! Okay, blah. So I guess I go upstairs? Oh, you just killed every option? Well, no. There's obviously a way to survive because, if there was no survival, then the story wouldn't exist. So you're all alone here right now, huh? Okay, enough. Probably don't even know. Actually, this guy probably knows where all the light switches are, for being honest. So, oh, I'm stupid. I ran into the table. That's why I felt like there's a border. The table's right here, so I have to like go around and down. Can I just turn on the lights in here? I think if you're honest with him, he'll be fine. Bro, oh my god. Yeah, that table's a huge problem. Barely can see it. Is there actually no lights in here? Oh no, it's not him. I hate how he runs up to me like that. Oh, get your ugly face out of here. Move, move, move. Oh, come on! No! No, come on! That's ridiculous. Bro, what am I supposed to do here, bro? Hiding in the basement. Okay, so hiding in the basement was the right choice. Okay. Hmm. Move, 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 move! Oh my god, I got stuck? Bro, why do I suck at this game? Is there steam coming out of him? Like, bro, what? Okay, I gotta stop being super bad. Okay. So, I think what I gotta do is I gotta run for the back door. Bro! Bro! Bro, what? Oh, he blocked the back door? Wait, well, how am I supposed to leave the house? Wait, what? I'm confused now, because there's no escape. Oh, no, I can't go to the balcony. I guess I could go to my room and hide in there. I don't know if that would solve anything. You have to go to the attic? Oh, yeah, probably. Stupid! Okay. Not gonna lie, I'd probably kill him right now. Okay, so... Ooh. 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 How am I gonna enter, how am I gonna... Wait, how am I gonna... Bro, come on, that's cheap, that's cheap. My idiotic... Okay, bro, like, these idiotic friends are calling me, trying to kill me, bro. Obviously, they don't know the situation I'm in. So how am I... Dude, this is like, actually, I have to think. I have to go back to hiding in the basement, so I guess... I gotta go straight for the front door? But the handle's broken, that's why it's confusing. Well, I guess that's the only solution. You have to get in the attic? It literally said I can't. Because it would make too much noise. Oh, I don't have my step stool. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's impossible. It's literally impossible, bro. Like, no, the attic is not the solution. Because, yeah, he just knows. Yeah, I have to go to the front door. I have to go to the front door. Okay. Go to the attic. It's not the solution, bro. I can't go to the attic. What are we saying, bro? The attic is not the solution. Oh, I got stuck on the. Oh my god, I got stuck on a rail. Yeah, I know I need the step stool, but the problem is by the time I get the step stool, it's already like the idiots are calling me. Unless I'm supposed to grab the step stool before. Oh, maybe. Oh, hold on. Maybe. Okay, after this, I want to test something. No, maybe I set up the go to an older save and set up the step stool before. God, I literally can't see in the attic. That's just. Oh, come on! Yeah, no, the attic is not the solution at all. Or maybe it is. I can't see though, that's the problem. Like, what am I supposed to do? This is literally. Oh. There we go. Oh, but there's no way out. Why are you not moving? I was moving. That's my thing. No, what, like, what? Yeah, no, the attic doesn't do anything. Like, what? How does this help me? But also, I can't go to the front door. That's why it's confusing. Am I missing something? I don't know. I gotta be missing something obvious. Yeah, I don't think the attic does anything. Is there not a light in here, by the way? Like, how do you have an attic and not have, like, a light in one of the main rooms? Like, are you serious? At least you're living? Yeah, but I have to go to the front door. Where's the cats? Oh, little camper. He killed me. He killed me on the door. He was camping it. Yeah, no, that was not optimal. So I guess I gotta rush down to the front door immediately, but like, how does that solve anything? I don't know. Oh, I know what I need to do. Watch, I'm gonna replicate this perfectly. What I need to do. I need to go to the basement. Oh, what? Oh, I don't know what to do then. Okay, never mind. I have no clue what to do. I honestly don't know. Why? What? What am I supposed to do? Bro, what? Go in the attic and keep the lights off? Yeah, it's not gonna solve the problem though. It's not gonna solve the problem because the thing is he hears my phone call. That's why he went to the attic. I don't even want to entertain the idea, but I will because otherwise he'll insist on it as being like the solution when it's not. Imagine if it was though. Maybe. There's like a small chance that it could be the solution. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. If it is the solution, then you have to give me Bobucks? What's Bobucks? I think you mean Robux? I'm not doing that. I refuse to give Robux. I'll never buy Robux for anything. Not me, not anyone. Absolutely not. Oh my god. Oops. Bro, okay, now it's starting to get outrageous. It's like a boss battle. Well. Okay. I want to see what this Nora character looks like, by the way. What are the noises in the background? What do you mean, what noises? Oh. Okay, there we go. Get ready to immediately hang up. I just think he knows where I am, like... He's definitely gonna be camping. Was there anything I could have done? Can I jump this game? No. I mean, the solution would be to jump off the balcony, maybe? Watch, so I'm gonna try to leave and he's gonna be there. Yep. Dude, I honestly, this is so stupid. Like, well, how is it this hard to find what to do? Jump into a pack of snow would make sense. Yeah, but like, I don't think that would be a solution because, well, just one. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm about to look this up. Like, I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Do the attic method because it does something. No, it doesn't. It gets me killed every time. What do you mean? What? It's a bad method. I think I might. Okay. I think hiding in the basement might be the issue. Oh, maybe you have to hide in the basement? I don't know. No, you do. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for him to go down the stairs. Have my hand on the escape button. Bro! What? Oh my god. I'm literally gonna look this up in like 2 more attempts. Because I ain't not trying to figure out what the solution is to this problem. Like, this is stupid. How is it this hard to figure out the solution? Hiding in the basement is the solution. The problem is you go down the stairs. If you didn't go down the stairs, it would be obvious what to do. I guess I'll try going to the balcony, see if that works. At least after you hit up the call while you're in the attic, then he won't come after you. Yeah, but then he camps outside the attic door, so it doesn't really matter. Because I can't leave. Yeah, this doesn't solve anything. I wish you could jump. Oh, he's down there. Oh. Yeah, it's just gonna be easier for me to look this up. What is this game called? Woodbury Getaway? Oops, wrong button. Woodbury Getaway. Here's to fathom. I'm not trying to figure this out, so I'm just gonna watch the first one that pops up. Bro, like, okay. What does he do for the solution?
Are you sweating? Didn't you use Old Spice? Of course
Oh, I hate this ad.
Lie to me. It says right here.
Lazy bum? I'm not trying to sit here. So what does he do? It's probably something super obvious. Just What? He goes in the attic?
Down there, bro. I'm not going back down there.
Oh, bro, I was okay. So you were right. Okay, I see what. Bro, really? You have to wait for the stupid owner to text you back in order to actually progress? There's no like. Okay, so yeah, the attic was right. Oh, okay. I don't know how to feel about that one. I never would have figured that out, by the way. Oh, come! Pay up? I'm not paying nothing, bro. What do you mean? Okay. Just gotta play good. Okay, there we go. By the way, how's bro not know about the attic? Doesn't really matter if I turn on the lights or not. Where? Oh yeah, you can see through. You can see through the thing. Like now he knows where the attic is, but he doesn't open it. Like that doesn't even make sense. Oh, he doesn't look up. How is bro this confused? Like. Where's the cat? Are you alright? Just call 911. Okay, that's good. Is this guy still here? Oh no, he left. But it's a trap, obviously. He knows I'm gonna come back. So am I supposed to wait for the cops? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, I'll just wait for the cops. I think that's the best thing I could do. Because obviously going to the front's bad. I looked up how the ending works. I didn't know what to do until I looked it up. I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of those endings. Well, so far it seems like where it's like you kind of have to just. It would be kind of hard to figure that out on your own. Like, you know, I went to the attic, right? But like, I didn't know that I had to wait. Unless I'm not supposed to wait anymore. Or am I supposed to go back down? I don't know. I think I'm supposed to go back down. That's not even how you spell it. Oop. Guess so? Okay. It feels like it's gonna get me killed. Why can't I? Why did I beat it? Excuse me? Think I beat it? Cause I can't sprint. What? Did I beat it? What's happening? Hey! Okay, good. Nice! I told them everything that happened after Mike had left. Rick had called the cops. The storm had quieted down by the time they arrived. Of course, the man was nowhere to be seen. Well, duh, he had like his own entrance to the house somehow. Like, literally, how? He had a whole cellar door on the outside and literally no one knew? Like, how does that happen? On our drive back, the whole night played over in my head. We think that the man we saw secretly leave the cabin when it wasn't being used, and planned on robbing us during our stay. No, I think he had worse intentions. I'm not gonna lie. The cops seemed to think there was more intent behind the man's actions besides just robbing us. Yeah. Rick asked me what the man looked like after that, and he didn't ask any more questions. We think he knew more than he was letting on. Yeah, it was probably a good old friend or something. He gave us a full refund. Oh wow, $100 back. Wow. Survived through the 5th episode. Let's go. Truck radio music, news reporter. Oh my god, wow. Queso, I'm Dante. Wow. I don't know these people. I mean, okay, so they only had 3 programmers for this game, bro. And like, they only had a staff of like 10 people from these credits. Top supporters. Who knew? Queso was one of the news reporters. Yeah, I missed it in the beginning. I could go back to it. I'm gonna return to it because I only found out about this because I've seen it online. Apparently, Queso and Dante had a conversation on like a news report in the pizza area that I completely missed. So I might as well see it because I missed it. Moe's Pizza. Bro thinks that he sees the words booze and thinks it's him, like, bro. Bro, oh. Bro, alright, how long does it take to load, man? Okay, yeah. So when I wanted to go to Moe's Pizza, I wanted to go to it. Moe's Pizza! I wonder if you call that number if there actually is anything that pops up. You need to play Days Gone? I don't even know what that game is, bro. Blah 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 blah. I just want to see the news report. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a gentleman. I only open the door first. Open 24/7. Someone should call his number 802-700-700-5555. 5. Okay. Alright, let's see this.
This just in.
No!
Strong snowstorm coming towards Woodbury.
Oh yeah, that's queso. That's
Residents are
crazy.
recommended to stay indoors and keep warm during this time. Let's check in with our field reporter. How's the weather out there, Phil?
Oh, it's so cold out here. I can't feel my
That's
hands.
crazy.
The studio should have really brought some snow gear instead of buying that new coffee machine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You can have some coffee when you get back to the studio.
Jerry, you cannot be serious.
So,
You know
bro,
my
like,
doctor said not to drink any caffeine.
that's
Sounds
crazy.
like someone's having a bad day. Maybe you should cool off.
You little shit. Why can't you?
That's crazy, bro. We're having I watch Dante, by the way, a lot, so to me it's like this is crazy. I don't watch Queso.
About where you'll report once you get that rhinoplasty.
Rhinoplasty? Why would I need rhinoplasty? My face looks perfectly fine.
You could also use some Botox while you're at it.
Bro,
Actually, maybe you should
Queso's
go
want
to
to
the
talk.
Studio light engineer behind the camera. I think it would be better field of work for you.
You only got your job because your sister works at the mixing board. You would have never been able to work here if it wasn't for her. I'd like to see you work the ENG sometime.
This is good
How
voice
dare
acting.
you? I'm a
That's good voice
certified
acting.
news anchor.
Certified? Yeah, my ass, okay? You didn't do shit. How about I come by the studio and we settle this like men?
Oh yeah? Well, let's do it, punk. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, you. Do you have a car? Do you have insurance?
Okay, yeah.
Do you have a dog?
Oh, alright. So I have to close the game.
Because here at Larry's Auto Insurance Animal Rescue Dealership,
Alright.
we have
There we go. Queso's good, but his fan base is trash. They always make fat jokes about him, and they're old. I mean, yeah, his content nowadays is him just right. I never liked Queso to begin with. I think he has good intentions. But you know, just because you have good a good heart doesn't mean you're a good man, like a good streamer. I think my main problem with him really comes down to the fact that he just yells all the time. He rages, he pretends to rage, and then like. By the way, 78% people have completed it, and it's only 3 days in. It's kind of good. Talk to all the NPCs in the pizzeria. Oh, I could have done that. Add creamer to the coffee. Execute a dunk. What? I didn't even know. Feed the cat. Beat the minigame. Alert the hiker. Alert the hiker. Catch a northern pike. Survive through the 5th episode with 0 deaths. I'm probably will go for 100% this game, but that's like not gonna happen on stream. I just wanted to see the achievements. They're pretty reasonable in my opinion, so there you go. Anyways, close that. Alright. Case just only reacts to like that because his kid / older teen fan base, so he must act hyper. He can be himself when he's in an interview. Yeah, of course. Okay, so we can do top 5 bingeable scary stories. This is an hour long. I don't know if I want to watch an hour-long video. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of crazy to do because that's gonna be like, yeah, whatever. I might as well, right? Nightmare Fuel Edition. Squatters. I already watched part 3, and I'm not trying to rewatch because I'm not gonna just randomly watch a part 3 to something without watching part 1, 2. And like, I'm sorry, but I'm not watching something I already watched. It's not a reaction anymore. There's a part 4. Don't worry. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. Well, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna react to it. Because like I said, I'm not trying to react to all 3 parts before that. Like, just think about it this way. If I was trying to make content out of that reaction, I would have to. There would be no context to part 4 at all, and it'd be weird. I don't know. Either I'll watch this, how brain rot destroys a student's life. Like, I might as well watch this. Because, I just want to see, because I'm not one who's affected by brain rot, so I mean, it's like, hey, whatever, I'll see this.
Like your brain is turning.
Because I want to see how the idiots, hold on, let me turn this up. I want to see how the idiots, survive.
Into mush from endless scrolling. Maybe you've caught yourself in the middle.
God! These ads are getting out of control. That was an ugly person.
Have you ever felt like your brain is turning into mush from?
Oh, I gotta move me. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas.
Endless scrolling. Maybe you've caught yourself in the middle of an Instagram marathon, wondering where the last 2 hours went. We're talking about something that secretly affects many of us. Brain rot. Brain rot
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Well, what was I gonna
isn't
say?
some scary disease from a horror movie. It's what happens when you spend too much time on mindless activities, like scrolling through social media, binge watching videos, or endlessly clicking on clickbait. You know
That's not how you define it. No, my problem is I know it's embarrassing. Everyone makes fun of me for it, but I scroll YouTube Shorts too much. I watch probably up to 50 YouTube Shorts a day, bare minimum. And it's like to the point now where it's like I look through my liked history and it's just so much YouTube Shorts that it's actually ridiculous. Like it's getting out of hand. And so I feel like I waste so much time on YouTube Shorts. So like for people, most people it's TikTok or Instagram Reels. For me, it's YouTube Shorts. And I'll admit it.
You know that feeling when you've watched so many TikToks that you start dreaming in 15-second clips? That's brain rot creeping in. Picture this. It's a typical Tuesday afternoon, and you're trying to study for an upcoming exam. Your textbooks are spread out, you have a nice cup of coffee, and your laptop is ready. You're determined to make this study session count. Just as you're about to dive into Chapter 3, your phone buzzes. It's a message from a friend with an Instagram reel that looks hilarious. You think, I'll just check it out for a quick laugh. You open Instagram.
Oh, by the way, let me see something. Can I change my stream to just like? Can I change? Edit stream info. Boop, boop, boop. Search for category. Just chatting. There we go. Done. Okay, there we go, Google. I just had to do that. Alright, cool. Anyways. I don't know, so, you know, I don't study. I'll just admit it, I don't study, so. Not relatable. Not relatable.
And watch the reel, but then you swipe up to see.
You just figured that out right now? Yeah, I haven't done that at all, so I think that's a huge factor into why I wasn't getting a lot of views when I switched, because, you know, people might click on the stream when it said I was playing Black Myth Wukong or this, you know, Fierce Fathom, and then they'd realize, like, oh, wow, he's reacting, what is this? Like, I don't want to do that to people, so.
See the next reel, and the next, and the next. Before you know it, you're deep into the Instagram reel rabbit hole. You've watched a dancing dog, a cooking hack you'll probably never try, and a prank video that has.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times, I'm gonna not lie, there's so many mac and cheese recipes I've saved, and I've not used almost any of them. Also, all the, you know, like the, oh, this is easy to bake, whatnot, I don't use them either, because, like, it's like, it sounds on paper like, oh, wow, I love the idea of cooking. You know, but like then, you know, when you actually do it in practice, you're like, yeah, well, you know, I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna do something I'm comfortable with. Life's all about, you know, living comfortably, and that's you know, one of my struggles is living like out of bounds of what I normally do. As you know, you don't really study either. It's a waste of time. All right, so here's my take on studying. I think it's not a waste of time necessarily, but I don't think it's something that I need to do. Especially in college where they're like promoting like, oh, you know, each hour of lecture is like 2 hours of studying, which means like every week I'm supposed to spend like 20-30 hours studying for all my classes. Let me tell you this, I am not doing that. I refuse. I personally think that if you I mean, I get the point of studying obviously, but to me it's literally just memorizing things, and you know, I think it's just like you usually can retain information if you pay attention in class and do the homework. If you don't do the homework, then it's like, oh, well, studying does come in play. But if you're doing the homework, to me, that's studying, because you're, especially with like math or something, it's like, bro, studying for math is stupid.
You in stitches. Time flies when you're having fun, right? You glance at the clock and realize an hour has gone by. 1 whole hour. Your textbooks are still lying there untouched. The coffee is now cold, and you can't remember what.
Now, so for me, instead of studying, it's whenever I try to edit, I always have this problem where I delay like a whole hour or two before I even start. It's always happens because I don't want to do it that badly. So I'll always find excuses. That's not even playing games. I'll just watch YouTube shorts. I'll be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom before I start editing. And I sit in there for like 30 minutes, and then I go, oh, I'm gonna go in my bed. And then next thing you know, it's like 2 or 3 hours later, and I'll start. It's like, sucks. But you know, that's procrastination for you. I mean, for studying though, if like I have schoolwork, I usually just do it whenever I want to. It's not like I have an issue with that.
What you were supposed to be studying in the first place. That's brain rot in action. You try to get back into your study groove, but it's hard to focus. Did you know it takes about 20 minutes to regain full focus after a distraction? Every time you pick up your phone, you're setting yourself back even further.
Okay.
This scenario doesn't just affect your study session.
Why are
it
we
starts
using
to
anime
spill over
clips?
into the rest of your day. You decide to take a break from studying and grab some lunch. While you're eating, you absent-mindedly scroll through your phone again. This time on YouTube. By the time you finish your lunch, another hour has passed.
Okay.
You were supposed to go.
All right. What lunch is that, bro? If you're taking an hour to eat lunch, you are weird. You are crazy. I've never had that experience. The most it'll take for me to eat lunch is 15 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you could get addicted to like scrolling for that long.
Go for a jog to clear your mind and get some exercise, but now you're feeling sluggish and unmotivated. You decide to skip the jog and just chill on the couch for a bit. You turn on Netflix and start watching a new series. 3 episodes later, you realize the entire afternoon has slipped away. The next morning, you wake up feeling groggy. You didn't get enough sleep because you stayed up late trying to make up for lost time. You drag yourself out of bed, already dreading the day ahead, and the cycle continues. This might sound dramatic, but studies have shown that excessive use of the internet and social media can lead to cognitive overload. Our brains aren't designed to handle the constant barrage of information we get online. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. Too much, too fast. Research indicates that heavy internet users show less activity in areas of the brain associated with decision-making and impulse control. This means that spending too much time online can actually change the way your brain works, making it harder to think clearly and make good decisions. Additionally, people who use social media excessively tend to have higher levels of anxiety and depression. Every like, comment, and notification triggers a release of dopamine, the same chemical that's released.
Okay, yeah, that does not apply to me. Like, literally, I can... Because for me, my numbers are so low right now, like wise and all that. Like, oh, if someone likes my video, I'm not like, God, oh, I'm so happy. I'm just like, okay. You know, if someone does it, like, if I get no likes on a video, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, yeah, sometimes it'll be like, if I have views, it'll be like, yeah, that's great, but like, comments and stuff, I don't really usually care. If anything, I get annoyed with that stuff. Like, oh my God, I hate comments. Okay, bro, what? It's so stupid. Now I sound like an idiot because I'm dissing people who leave comments, bro.
When you eat your favorite food or win a game.
Ew.
Good.
Okay, yeah, just skip that. I don't like that.
Same level of satisfaction. It's like a drug. Over time, your brain gets used to the constant hits of dopamine.
Okay, yeah, no, this video's creepy, bro. What anime is this, bro? Ooh, excuse me, that's pretty bad.
And you start needing more and more to feel the same effect. This can lead to a kind of digital dependence, where you're constantly checking your phone, looking for the next hit. You start comparing yourself to others, thinking, why does their life look so much better than mine? Spoiler alert, it's not. People only post the highlights, the good moments.
Actually, spoiler alert, the reason why people live a better life than you is because they're actually productive and they don't waste their time. Idiots! I hate that people are like, you know, people are... they're getting mentally, you know, destroyed by seeing all these people online. You have to realize their life is not as great as you think. No. It doesn't matter about that detail. What you have to realize is their life is probably better, better than yours, because they're not wasting time every day doing useless things. They're being productive with their life. I'm not saying everyone has to, like, not do anything, like, you know, entertainment-wise, but I'm just saying a lot of people overdo it with how they entertain themselves, and then they become less productive, and then they like, oh, my life sucks. I wish I had this type of life. And then if you really look at it, it's like, well, if you didn't spend 6 hours a day like scrolling or playing video games or whatever, or maybe a combination of the two, then maybe you would actually have like a great life where you go to parties and you actually are jacked. Oh my god, that water's delicious.
It's like comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Social media is a master at destroying your attention span. Think about it. You're reading an article on your phone and a notification pops up. You check it, respond to a message, maybe like a couple of posts, and by the time you go back to the article, you've forgotten what you were reading. This constant interruption trains your brain to be easily distracted. Ironically, social media can make you feel more isolated. Sure, you're connected to hundreds of people, but how many of those connections are meaningful? Studies have shown that...
But yeah, that's what, but by the way, that's why I personally don't have a lot of friends or follow a lot of people. Or like, for example, on Snapchat, I don't have a lot of friends. Like, a lot of people, for some reason, have like, hundreds of friends. I'm like, you realize those are not your friends, they're just random people. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people tend to like have all these followers and all these people that they think they know, or they, well, at least they know, but they say, oh, well, I'm friends with them, but they're really not. And so then you just have a bunch of meaningless people you're following and friends with that mean nothing. Like, bro, what?
The more time you spend on social media, the more likely you are to feel lonely. You're replacing real-life interactions with virtual ones, and that's just not the same. Humans are wired for face-to-face contact, for hearing someone's voice and seeing their expressions. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about how to keep our brains sharp and healthy. Trust me, it's not all bad news. We can outsmart brain rot with a few fun and practical steps. You know that feeling when you're scrolling through Instagram and see your high school friend's vacation photos from Bali? The one who always looks like they've just stepped out of a travel magazine while you're sitting on your couch in sweatpants, surrounded by empty snack wrappers. Total mood killer, right? Here's what you need to do. Unfollow those accounts that make you feel like a potato. Seriously, you don't need to see Karen's perfect family pics or Jeff's insane six-pack abs every day. Instead, fill your feed with stuff that actually makes you happy.
I mean,
call a friend, go for a walk, join a club, do things that actually make you feel connected. Picture this, you're at a coffee shop, and instead of being glued to your phone, you strike up a conversation with the
yeah, good luck with that, bro. I always tell a story, but like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, I went to, what's the place called? Not Chick-fil-A, stupid, the other one. I don't even remember. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I don't even remember what I was going to say, bro. That's great.
Person next to you. Maybe they're reading the same book you love, or they have a cute dog with them. Instant connection, right? Or how about joining a local club? Sure, it might feel a bit awkward at first, kind of like the first day of school all over again. But soon enough, you'll look forward to these meetings, sharing laughs, and making new memories. Trust me, social media can't replace the feeling of a real human connection. Remember the last time...
Okay, yeah, blah 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 blah. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Top 5 bingeable scary stories, Nightmare Fuel Edition. That's why I joined culinary class so I can communicate better. What? Wait, I thought culinary was food. Am I stupid? Yeah, fine. It doesn't matter. No. So anyways, top 5 bingeable scary stories, Nightmare Fuel Edition. I don't know if I've heard some of these before. I probably have, but you know, let's see. Just an hour long, bro.
Today we have another special bonus video for you. It'll be a collection of 5 more fan favorite nightmare-inducing stories. And don't worry if you've heard or seen these before, because we have...
Bro, oh my god, these ads are so horrible.
Hello? It took me a long time to make this call. I can't get my head right.
My thoughts are going...
Totally re-edited all of them, so the viewing experience will be all new. But before we get into those stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all we do.
Okay, I'm ready for this, bro. I'm excited.
So if that's of interest to you, please sneak into the like button's house and reverse all
the fact that there's no yellow marks in the bars. Yeah, but then, you know, I think the problem is like, yeah, oh, wow, there's no ads, but then, you know, YouTube will randomly place an ad like every 10 minutes. I guarantee that's gonna happen, like, because, you know, YouTube at this point, I feel like YouTube, I don't know why, but it's gotten way more aggressive with the ads recently. Like, it's getting severe. You know, the whole ad block thing, that was annoying already, because it's like, ah, great, now I can't watch my videos without ad block, and now it's like, there's even more ads than usual. Like, I'm on my phone watching YouTube, and I'm like, why the heck is there so many ads? And the worst part is now they changed the ad system so that the company details will like cover up the whole entire screen. At least on phone, and then it's like, oh, now I have to X out of it, and then oops, you clicked on a link, oh, you're on the website. Like, oh, come on, bro. Imagine if an ad would play before an intense moment. It's happened all the time. I can imagine it. Anyways.
Rolls. So instead of feeding out from the top, they feed out from underneath like a serial killer. Also,
What?
please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't
That
miss
sounds
any of our
strange.
weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's stories.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll skip this. I like the intro though. The lamp, okay.
In 2004, Mitch was in his final semester at a college in Louisiana when he met another senior, a wonderful young lady named Kayla. From the instant he saw her, he knew he was in love. She played hard to get at first, but after several months, he won her over. After graduation, the pair stayed in Louisiana and moved in together while they got their careers off the ground. 2 years later, the pair got
man, I
married
wish
and
I could
almost
live that
immediately
life.
Kayla got pregnant. At the time,
Hey.
Mitch's career was really starting to take off, which allowed Kayla to stay at home and take some time off. By the time their daughter was born, Mitch was making so much money that Kayla decided to just stay home and be a full-time mom. A couple years later,
Dang.
Kayla got pregnant again, and by the time their daughter was 2 years old, they had their son. Mitch adored his children. Every morning before he went to work, he would sneak into their room and he would watch them sleep, and then in the evening,
Okay, I'm sorry, but what? Is there something on the Chrome Web Store where it brings the visible yellow marks in the progress bar? Like how there's a dislike button? I don't know. I really don't know how that works.
they would have these big family sit-down meals and then play games together until bedtime. Mitch's life was perfect. Shortly after his son's birth, Mitch was lounging on the couch in his TV room when he noticed out of the corner of his eye the red lamp in the corner of the room. It just looked funny. It was almost like the light itself was blurry, but when he looked a little bit closer at it, the entire lamp looked blurry. And so Mitch looked around the room and nothing else was blurry. He rubbed his eyes and looked back over at this lamp and it was still blurry. He turned the TV off and walked over to the lamp, and even though he was right in front of it, the lamp was still blurry. And
Okay, sorry, but graphical glitch. Okay, I'm just kidding. Nah, sometimes it's like sometimes you wonder like, what if life is a simulation? It sounds stupid, but you know, sometimes these graphics aren't looking up to date. Okay, bro. Nah, obviously these graphics. If it was a simulation, it's crazy. These graphics are ultra realistic mode. Let's be honest. Like sometimes I'll look at my hand and be like, what if I see some pixels? I mean, it's outrageous, but like I don't know. It's a sign you play too much video games.
Mitch didn't have bad eyesight, and so he's thinking, is there something wrong with me? Am I having a stroke? Do I have an aneurysm? Is there some sort of illness here that's making me see this lamp blurry when it's really not? But Mitch told himself he was healthy and that whatever this was, it was an anomaly and nothing to worry about. And so he went back over to the couch, turned the TV back on, and tried to ignore the lamp. But as he was watching TV, out of his peripheral vision, he couldn't help but notice this weird blurry lamp. And so finally, he turned the TV off again, and he turned to look at this lamp. And now, in addition to being blurry, it appeared to be upside down.
Okay, yeah, now, I mean, that's definitely, like, a huge bug. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, but really, like, that's a sign that you probably took something.
Now Mitch was genuinely concerned that there was something wrong with him because, again, nothing else in the entire room was blurry or upside down. It was just this lamp. And so a few minutes later, his wife and his kids came home, and Mitch decided he would not tell them about this lamp. He didn't want to alarm them. He figures he will get to the bottom of this blurry lamp, and then he will tell his wife.
I mean, no, that's stupid. Like, what you really should do is just go, I'm gonna go see a doctor, I don't feel great. You don't even have to tell them, like, oh, I see a lamp that's acting weird. It's like, okay.
And so that
Is
night,
that
the
simple?
family has a sit-down meal, and then afterwards they play some games together, and then everybody goes upstairs and goes to sleep. But after everyone had gone to sleep, Mitch was just laying in bed thinking about this lamp. And so finally, he snuck out of his bed and went downstairs to the TV room, and he sat on the couch, and he just stared at this lamp. And for hours and hours, he just
Ooh.
fixated
Yeah, he's
himself
definitely
on
on
this
some.
lamp, watching it kind of morph around and turn
No
upside
one normally could just stare at a lamp like that for 6 hours.
down and get blurrier and blurrier by the second. The next day, Kayla found Mitch lying on the couch, passed out, and she asked him if he was okay. And again, Mitch didn't tell her about this lamp that was still blurry. He just told her that he wasn't feeling well and he was not going to go to work that day. But Mitch didn't go to work for 3 more days. He just sat on the couch and stared at this lamp. And Kayla obviously picked up on this strange behavior and kept poking and prodding to get more information about what was going on, but Mitch never told her the truth about this lamp.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but bro's brain is definitely injured. Like, for being honest, I think that he probably needs emergency surgery.
Kept telling her he felt sick. She urged him to go see a doctor, but Mitch told her it would be fine, he'd get better. And then over time, as this lamp continued to morph and get bigger and get stranger and stranger, Mitch suddenly was unable to respond to his wife. He became totally unresponsive. And so obviously his wife became desperate and called the doctor. And as she's on the phone with the doctor trying to get advice about what to do, Mitch realizes the lamp is now growing in leaps and bounds. Ooh. And before long, the lamp is the entire size of the room, and all he can see is the red color of this lamp. And then Mitch starts to hear these voices, these screams coming from somewhere in the distance. And then he feels this blinding pain in his head. And then he opens his eyes and he looks up and he sees he's laying on the sidewalk next to one of the buildings at his college in Louisiana. And surrounding him is this crowd of people with wide eyes that are staring at him. Mitch had no idea what was going on, and so he naturally just began scanning the crowd, looking for Kayla and his kids to try to figure out, how he got here. But before he could ask any questions and before he could find his wife and kids, a police officer ran through the crowd, picked him up and ran him over to his police car, put him in the back, and then began driving away.
Did bro get knocked out in the fight or something and then have an entire story of years of actual life just made up in his head? Oh, that's crazy.
And so while Mitch is in the back of this police car, he turns to the officer and he says, "What's going on?" And the officer would tell him he was attacked by a huge college football player. He got hit in the head and he fell backwards and he hit his head again.
I didn't even know you could get that severe brain damage. That's crazy.
He fell unconscious. Mitch asked the officer where his wife and kids were, and the cop said he had no idea. And that's when it clicked for Mitch. The lamp wasn't real. Neither was his wife, neither was his daughter, neither was his son, neither was his life. For the past 10 years, it was all a hallucination while he was unconscious after getting attacked. Mitch was brought to the hospital where he would make
How do you live 10 years in 5 seconds? That's, wow. Why, is he gonna make a full recovery? That's crazy. There's no way.
Full physical recovery, but after being released, he was horribly depressed, and he had to get intense therapy to basically grieve for the loss of his family that never existed. These days, Mitch says he can barely remember what his family even looked like, but periodically in his dreams, he will catch a glimpse of his son in his peripheral vision, and his son is perpetually 5 years old, and he's trying to talk to his father, but Mitch can never understand what he says.
You feel bad for him? Yeah, that sucks. Because he actually thought he lived that life. What if he dreams? What do you mean, what if he dreams? Oh, I think that was already answered. Goosebumps. I get those goosebumps every time. Yeah, okay.
In 2006, a 20-year-old woman named Sarah started having some very strange dreams about a woman named Aurora. She had a very striking face with sharp features and long black hair. Now, her dreams varied. Sometimes Sarah was in a crowd of people, or she was at her office, or she was just alone in a room. But in all of her dreams, Aurora would always show up. Either she would interact with Aurora and they would speak, but Sarah could never remember what they actually spoke about.
I mean, that just sounds like your brain, making up a character. I don't know. There's probably some psychology that makes sense for it.
Aurora would just be in the crowd or in the background just watching Sarah. Now, she had these dreams enough that eventually Sarah began to think, I must know someone named Aurora. I must have come across this person, and now they're just kind of manifesting in my brain at night when I'm sleeping. And so she began going through her older posts on social media to look in pictures of her and of her friends to see if there was a woman with striking features and long black hair that was this Aurora person in her dream. But after looking through hundreds and hundreds of pictures, she couldn't find any indication that she had met this person, at least not according to her social media. And so Sarah began just going on Google and typing in Aurora, long black...
Wait. So the person had a name? Nah, so the thing that makes this confusing is, like, I don't understand how these people are, like, so far these two stories are basically about dreams. It's like, bro, how do you have these intense dreams? Like, whenever I dream, it's like I don't remember anything at all, and it's very rare that I dream, like, ever. Like, I'll dream maybe like once or twice, max of a week, and I will never be able to recall it after like 10 minutes. So I don't know.
Hair, striking features. Has anybody dreamed about this? To see if there were people talking about having this type of dream on the internet. But she had no luck. Eventually, after about 3 or 4 months of having these strange dreams that Aurora was in, Aurora stopped showing up in Sarah's dreams. It was like it suddenly was all over. And so very quickly, Sarah just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
A few years later, on Halloween night 2009, Sarah and a friend pulled off the highway into a gas station. They had been out with some friends celebrating Halloween, and now they were making their way back home. Sarah pulled into an empty spot right in front of the convenience store, and after they were parked, Sarah and her friend got out, they went inside, they got some snacks and drinks, and then they came back outside and climbed back into Sarah's car.
Some scientists believe this could be the brain's way of filtering out unnecessary information, allowing only significant dreams or emotions to be stored in your long-term memory. Well, I would imagine the ones that stay in your long-term memory would be the ones that are the most impactful in the sense of, like, I guess, like, shocking? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, that sounds like psychology, which psychology is not like pure science. It's, well, I mean, it's a form of science, but it's not like fully proven, you could say.
A few moments later, Sarah had turned her car on, she had backed out, and she had driven past all of the gas station pumps, and she was making her way towards the single-lane strip of road that merged out onto the highway. It was how anybody who got into this gas station got back out onto the highway. And so as she's getting closer to the entrance of this short merge road, her phone suddenly rings. What happens next occurred over a span of just a few seconds, so it might seem like this is over several minutes, but this all happened pretty much simultaneously. So she's pulling up to the entrance of this merge road, her cell phone rings, and because there was no one behind her, it was not a busy night, Sarah decides to just stop her car, put it in park so she can safely take this phone call.
Okay.
And so she stops her car pretty much right in front of the entrance to this merge road, and she picks up her phone.
Bro, yeah, I don't know if you would want to park your car in a merging road. I don't know, that seems a little weird. I feel like you're going to be a nuisance, but okay, sure. If you think a phone call is that important.
She looks at the number, and she doesn't recognize it, but she picks it up anyways, and she says, hello. There was silence on her phone, and as Sarah is saying, hello, is anybody there? Another car from the gas station pulls up right behind Sarah's car, and they start honking their horn immediately. They're in a huge rush. And so Sarah, who's totally embarrassed that she's blocking traffic, she hangs up the phone, she puts it down, she puts her car back in drive, and she hits the gas. But this driver behind her is apparently in such a rush, they're so impatient, that they actually swerved around her, driving on the dirt off to the side of the road.
I mean, yeah, that's what I would do, dude.
And then they sped off.
Ain't no one trying to wait for some idiots to park down the road. What are we talking about?
Off down the merge road back onto the highway. And literally seconds later, another car that was already on the highway, a silver Honda Civic.
Oh, it's on a highway? Why are you parking on a highway, bro? Idiot. And you're, oh, I wonder why people are going around me. Huh, it's weird.
Lost control and smashed into this car that had just passed Sarah's car. So there's this huge car accident, literally.
This is idiotic, bro. Idiotic. That is idiotic. Like, oh wow, look, now you caused an accident because you're an idiot. It's crazy. All because of a phone call of a number you don't even know. Well, what do you gain from calling a number you don't know? Like, nothing. Even if it like might be important, like, bro, don't stupid cause an accident over it.
Right in front of Sarah and her friend, who have now stopped the car. They're right at the end of the merge road looking at this horrible accident that they narrowly escaped. Sarah put her car back in park, she picked up her phone, and she called the police. When the police showed up a few moments later, they took down Sarah and her friend's version of events.
Wow,
and then
that
a little
car
while
was
later,
destructive.
after the ambulances had left and after the two cars had been pulled off of the highway, one of the police officers pulled Sarah aside and told her that the driver of the Honda Civic and the driver of the car that had swerved around her had both been killed in the accident.
Dang.
Shocked, the only thing Sarah could
Okay, so I mean, you should get charged for that, idiot.
to do was to
Charges,
call back
charges,
that number she didn't recognize
murder,
that had effectively
charges.
stopped her from getting onto the highway and maybe even stopped her from being hit by that Honda Civic. And so she wanted to
Oh wait, no. Oh, but her life was why what? Wait, what?
talk to this person and thank them for saving her life. But when she called the number back, the person did not pick up. However, it went to her voicemail, and it said, "Hi, you've reached Aurora. Leave your name and number after the beep." Sarah could not believe it. She said she had never felt goosebumps like that in her entire life. The next
I mean,
day,
that sounds like a coincidence, for being completely honest. I mean, the odds of someone being named Aurora is very low, seems like, because I've never met anyone who's named Aurora, but I don't doubt it happens. I can't speak well right now.
Sarah tried calling the number again, and this time the woman, Aurora, answered the phone. The two got to talking, and Sarah explained her crazy dreams and now this crazy car crash thing and how it's all connected. And Aurora would tell Sarah, like, "That's amazing. This is a crazy story you're telling me, except I didn't call you last night. I have no idea how you got my phone number."
What?
And so at the end of this phone call, the two women really had not reached any sort of explanation for how this came to be, how they came to be talking. But they ultimately just said, "Okay, hey, thanks and best of luck to you," and then they hung up. After the call was over, Sarah found herself just kind of sitting there, not really sure how to react to what had just happened. It was such a totally bizarre thing that she had just been through over the past 24 hours, and then if you include the dream, this has been a multi-year long thing. And so on a whim, Sarah just opens up her Facebook account and she plugs in Aurora's full name, because Aurora had given her full name on this phone call.
Don't tell me, bro. Don't tell me.
And when she looked at her phone, when the results came in, Sarah nearly fainted. Right at the top of the results page was this woman, Aurora's Facebook account, and her profile picture showed her face. And when Sarah looked at her face, it was the exact same face she had seen so many times in her dreams. It was the same Aurora with the striking features.
Wow. Okay, that's not what I thought you'd look like. Okay.
And long black hair. The woman in her dreams was the woman who called her and saved her life.
Dang. Oh, now real photo. Never mind. Okay, that's all stupid.
In 2006, 73-year-old Sherman Sizemore was the definition of a man's man. He had spent the bulk of his adult life doing one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, mining for coal in West Virginia. And while he was a coal miner, he apparently had lost track of the amount of times he had nearly been killed from mine shaft collapse.
Okay, there's just a spider. You know, it's problematic. Bro, ooh, there's a spider, bro. No, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It's literally camping.
Traps and gas.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna kill it. I don't know if I can kill it, dude. I'm not really confident in this. Yeah, I'm not confident in this at all, bro. Bro played Calamity while there's a spider and had a mic on. Okay, bro, you need to chill. Yeah, but this spider's very close. I'm not killing that. I can't. There's no way I'm gonna be able to kill that spider, bro. It's gonna move. It's gonna move when I try to attack it, and then it's gonna go towards me, bro. I'm not having that happen. You take a picture of it, bro? I'm not trying to do that. Oh, here I go. That was horrible. That didn't do anything. Just, yeah, I'm just gonna leave the shoe there and, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't escape the shoe. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna be paranoid, bro.
Gas leaks.
But yeah, wow. Okay. Just pretend like it doesn't exist.
Later on in life, after his kids had all grown up, he had retired from coal mining and become an ordained Baptist minister. And despite his harrowing backstory and burly, intimidating appearance, he was known to be incredibly gentle and very calming to his parishioners.
Okay, I'm not even like paying attention to this. How much would you get paid to go to Australia? Oh, bro, I'd have to be like at least like 100,000 because, like, bro, I'm not going. I'm telling you, I'm not going. 100,000 seems low, but I feel like I'd be greedy at that point. For anything more than that, okay, I gotta stop checking. Should react to exotic. What does it say? Layers tarantula watering videos? What is that? No. No.
In 2006, 73-year-old Sherman Sizemore was the definition of a man's man. He had spent the bulk of his adult life doing one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, mining for coal in West Virginia. And while he was a coal miner,
is that really the most dangerous job in the world?
Track of the amount of times he had nearly been killed from mine shaft collapse and gas leaks. Later on in life, after his kids had all grown up, he had retired from coal mining and become an ordained Baptist minister. And despite his harrowing backstory and burly, intimidating appearance, he was known to be incredibly gentle and very calming to his parishioners. He was also known to be an incredibly devoted grandfather, to the point where if there was a chance to spend time with his grandkids, he would basically throw all of his responsibilities out the window to do that. But in January of that year, something changed in Sherman. He went from being this pillar in the community to being a deranged, paranoid lunatic. It all started on the afternoon of January 19th. Sherman and his...
Sent me some in the DMs. I'm not checking. I refuse to check that. Guarantee it's gonna be something horrible. Guarantee it, buddy.
Wife Ruby were sitting in their home alone on the couch, just kind of doing their own things, when suddenly, out of the blue, Sherman just starts screaming as if he sees something in front of him that's terrifying him, and his scream startled Ruby so that she started screaming, and so she looks at her husband, and he's still just looking straight out ahead. He's terrified of something in front of him, and so Ruby looks from him to where he's looking, and there's nothing there. And so she turns back to her husband and she's like, "What's going on? What are you screaming for? What are you so scared of?" But Sherman wasn't able to speak. After he stopped screaming, he just continued to look straight out as if whatever had terrified him had him in this trance where he couldn't look away. And so his eyes are wide, his mouth is open, his face is going white, he's starting to sweat, and Ruby's starting to panic. She has no idea what's happening with him. And so eventually she just holds on to him and says, "Come back to me, come back to me." And Sherman at some point would. He kind of broke out of his trance. trance, and he looked at his wife and he just says, "You can't leave me or they'll kill me." Ruby has never seen behavior like this in her husband ever. This is a completely different person she's interacting with, and so she has no idea what to do. And so instead, she just kind of holds on to Sherman and prays that he doesn't start acting like that again. But that didn't happen. All day.
Well, I mean, bro's a pastor, so I mean, you never know. Maybe there's some demons there after him, stop him from preaching. Okay, that's kind of absurd.
He would just start screaming about something that Ruby couldn't see. Now, Ruby did consider calling 911 and getting medics out there, but his behavior was so unusual, and he was normally such a rock who was so competent, who was so healthy, that she didn't want to. She felt like he would just kind of get through this, that if they can just get through today and get into tomorrow, that he would be better. And so she just all day was comforting him and just dealing with these episodes, and then finally they got into bed that night.
That's bad.
And Ruby's thinking, thank goodness we're going to wake up tomorrow and things will be better. But when she woke up the next morning, it was very obvious Sherman had not slept at all. He was looking straight up at the ceiling. He looked worse than the day before. It was obvious that he was not back to normal. And so Ruby called the rest of the family and had them come over to figure out what they were going to do. But when Sherman found out his family was coming to his house, he told Ruby they can't come inside. He was afraid they and others were conspiring to bury him alive.
Oh, bro, yeah, bro is literally...
was Ruby.
That's
and
crazy.
His whole family had no idea what to do. Little did they know there was actually a very specific reason he was acting the way he was.
Kayak. Kayak. Why do people use kayak to compare hundreds of travel sites at once? I don't get it. I like to do things myself.
A few months before January 19th, which was the day Sherman turned into this different person, a few months earlier, he began complaining of severe abdominal pains. And so he and his wife Ruby and his daughter, they went to the hospital, and the doctor,
take him to the
after
hospital,
examining him and running some tests, determined that most likely his pain was coming from his gallbladder. But the only way to be sure would be to do some exploratory surgery and literally look inside of Sherman's gut.
Okay, what is exploratory surgery, bro? What is that?
And
Sounds
look at
ridiculous.
his gallbladder and see if that was the problem. And so the doctor asked Sherman, are you prepared to do an exploratory surgery, or would you like to just kind of wait it out and see what happens with this pain? And so Sherman talked it over with his wife and his family, and they made the decision that the pain was just too much, and so they would go forward with the surgery. And so on the morning of January 19th, so again, this is the day that Sherman basically loses his mind, he goes into the hospital completely normal. He goes in with his wife, he goes in with his daughter, and he makes his way over to the surgery wing of the hospital. He says bye to his family, and he's put on a stretcher bed, and he's wheeled in and prepped for surgery, and then brought in.
Well, but here's the thing. What is the surgery gonna do? What is it gonna accomplish? Unless they do brain surgery, bro, he's not gonna like recover from anything. Like, dude, what?
And while he was in the operating room, laying on his stretcher bed, flat on his back, looking straight up at all these bright lights above him, he just struck up some chit chat with the nurses and doctors who were in the room prepping the room for surgery, and they were also putting the IV into his arm. Then at some point, one of the nurses lowered the oxygen mask onto Sherman's face so the anesthesiologist could administer the 2-drug cocktail that would knock him out for the surgery. Sherman was scheduled to get something known as general anesthesia for this operation.
Oh, I know where this is going. He's not gonna get any. These drugs are not gonna work, and he's gonna feel all the pain.
Where basically he would be completely out, he wouldn't feel anything, they'd do the surgery, and then he would wake up in recovery.
Yeah, that's
and so
bad.
once
I
this
guarantee it's
mask was
bad.
on Sherman's face, the anesthesiologist began pumping him full of the drugs that would make him be knocked out for the surgery. However, the anesthesiologist only administered one of the 2 drugs necessary for general
yep, that's a
anesthesia.
lawsuit right there.
He administered the paralyzing drug, but he did not administer...
That's the worst one, bro. No. Imagine being paralyzed, and imagine being paralyzed and you can't do it, like, and you're getting surgery done, and you feel all the pain. What are you supposed to do?
The actual anesthetic that would knock him out, and most importantly, would get rid of all of his pain. And so as this mask is on his face and Sherman believes he's being given the proper dosage of drugs, the nurse who was nearby told Sherman to go ahead and start counting backwards in his head from 10, knowing full well that Sherman would pass out before he reached 0. And Sherman knew this too. He had been in surgery before, and so he happily began counting in his head. 10, 9, 8, he started to feel something. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, he was out. Except he wasn't. When he reached 0 in his head, counting down, he realized he had not passed out. He began taking mental stock of what was going on, and he realized he could completely feel his body. But when he tried to move his body, he couldn't. He was completely paralyzed. When he tried to make a sound, he couldn't because his vocal cords were also paralyzed.
Oh my
God. The only thing he could move were his eyes. He could move them left and right. However, they had taped his eyes shut, so he can't see anything. And so Sherman is thinking to himself,
why would you tape his eyes?
I've been given the drugs, maybe they're slow acting, any minute now I'm going to drift off to sleep and this will just be a distant memory. But after a few seconds, he's hearing the doctors and nurses in the room. He can't see them, but he hears them. They seem to be moving towards doing this operation, and he's still awake. And so Sherman becomes frantic and starts flicking his eyes left and right as fast as he possibly can. And the rapid eye movement actually loosened the tape on both of his eyelids, and it created a tiny slit that he could actually look through. And what he saw terrified him. The surgeon was walking over next to him. He was getting his gloves on, and then the surgeon says, "Scalpel." And the nurse hands him this chrome metallic blade, and the surgeon takes the blade and begins cutting into Sherman's midsection. Sherman felt everything, but Sherman couldn't do anything about it. All he could do was rapidly flick his eyes left and right in hopes one of them would
He better be awarded for like $100 million bare minimum.
And he was awake, and he was feeling this, but no one was paying attention to his face, so they didn't see his eyes moving around. And so the surgeon continued to cut into his midsection until he had cut out a fairly significantly sized hole, at which point the surgeon hands the scalpel to the nurse.
I think this would be so awesome if you closed your eyes and imagine if you were the patient. Oh no, I'm not doing that, bro. No, I'm not trying to
and says,
imagine that.
At which point the nurse hands him what looks like a torture device, and the
I understand what that does. I think that's supposed to hold. Wait. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that holds open this like the skin.
And proceeds to use these clamps to pin segments of Sherman's skin that has just been cut open to his body to basically keep the hole open. And then the surgeon began tugging on the outsides of this hole in Sherman's midsection, making sure it was big enough that he could actually get a good look into his body.
Oh my God.
Every little tug is sending lightning bolts of pain into Sherman's body. But again, all he can do is flick his eyes left and right, and no one's paying attention. Scope the surgeon.
There's literally nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. They all are also the same tools when you're in the dentist and open your mouth. Why? They do a root canal? Really? I did not know that.
Called out for, and the nurse handed him a camera that he jammed into Sherman's gut. And then the surgeon said, "Suction," and the nurse got what looked like a vacuum and pressed it inside of this open wound and began sucking out fluids from his body.
No!
The pain Sherman was experiencing is unimaginable. Every second felt like an eternity.
That is literally like the worst case scenario, bro.
Forceps, the surgeon called, and the nurse handed him these metal prongs that he put inside of this hole in Sherman's body, and he used them to dislodge his gallbladder so he could get a better look at it. By this point, Sherman wanted to die. He was no longer flicking his eyes left and right. He was just looking straight out, hoping someone would finally see him. And someone did. One of the nurses standing next to the surgeon looked up at Sherman's face and saw Sherman looking back, terrified at the nurse, at which point the nurse yelled out, "Stop, he's awake, he's awake!" And the surgeon practically faints, and he looks over at the anesthesiologist.
Oh my God, they know they're being sued.
"Get over here and fix this." And so the anesthesiologist comes running over from the side of the room. He gets up next to Sherman and begins pumping him full of painkillers. And as he's doing this, he has this moment of clarity. He remembers he didn't give him the anesthetic. And so as these new painkillers that have just been introduced begin to take their effect, Sherman's eyes go from being terrified to glazed over, and he does pass off to sleep. And so now he's out and he can't feel anything.
Wow.
But now the anesthesiologist and the medical team realize they have a very big problem. This patient just experienced 16 minutes of surgery and felt all of it. And at the end of it, when he wakes up, he's going to remember it, and he's probably going to file a lawsuit against the hospital.
Yeah, and they're cooked.
So
they're going to run out all their money.
It's unclear if the anesthesiologist acted alone or if the entire team was in on this. But regardless, the anesthesiologist administered an additional drug after giving all these painkillers.
Let me guess.
This additional drug
it's
called midazolam.
It's going to make him lose all his memory.
As the amnesia drug. And like its nickname implies, anyone who gets it will forget what has just happened to them. And so the idea was by giving him this amnesia drug, he won't remember the trauma he had suffered through during the
Bro, I'm sorry, I don't think that's how it works. Like, I feel like that, like, what he experienced is so incredibly, like, just memorable. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the most memorable things of your entire life. There's no way you could just forget that. There's security cameras that cover all the proof based on this? I mean, you'd hope so. But I don't think they would check unless, like, there was actually something that was being talked about.
Surgery, and so wouldn't file a lawsuit. And so after he was given
That's
this drug,
dirty.
the medical team, they went...
But let's be honest, if you were a doctor in that situation, would you really, like, not do that? Because let's be honest, like, dude, you're not trying to have a lawsuit that will make you be super broke the rest of your life. Like, no.
Back to doing the surgery, they completed it, and they got him back out to recovery. And then when Sherman woke up in recovery, he did not remember what had happened to him inside of the operating room, at least not consciously. Those horrible 16 minutes had been implanted on Sherman's subconscious. Basically, his body recognized that he had experienced extreme trauma. However, the amnesia drug wiped away the memory of how he received that trauma. So there's this big disconnect in his memory. And so when Sherman came to in the recovery room, he immediately sensed something was horribly, horribly wrong. He was scared, he was anxious, he had this incredible sense of dread, but he had no memory to...
By the way, why was he getting the surgery? Because he was weird. Randomly. So, like, I mean, the symptoms he's showing right now are just proof to the doctors. It's like, oh, well, means that we need to do more surgery. That's what they're probably thinking. Like, but what, like, why are they cutting up open his stomach for, like, him acting weird? I don't understand. What is that, like... I don't understand. That's a brain issue. I don't get what's going on.
And so as Sherman is sitting in recovery, he must have tried to kind of hide the way he was feeling because he didn't even remotely understand it. He had been completely happy and normal going into the surgery, and now a couple of hours later, he's a complete mess. And so he leaves the hospital that day on January 19th. He goes back to his house and he sits on the couch with his wife. And as he's sitting there, suddenly these horrible feelings he's having, they become too much. And he basically has a panic attack.
Ooh.
And he starts screaming out, and he's terrified of something, but he doesn't know what it is. And then over the next couple of days, he began having these flashbacks where he would access the...
Oh, that's what... Oh, you're telling me that, like, all his weirdness was happening now, like, because of this?
Actual 16 minutes of torture he went through, but when he would see
reliving
someone
it.
cutting into him and opening his chest up and sucking things out of it, he didn't think, that happened to me and that's why I feel this way. Instead, he thought it was just this horrible nightmare that he couldn't escape from. And so his family did eventually start getting doctors and psychologists and all these people involved to figure out what was wrong with him.
No.
But
they're gonna uncover the
they
truth.
could figure it out, the whole situation had just become too terrible for Sherman. And so on February 2nd, just 2 weeks after he came out of that surgery, he would take his own life.
Wow.
His family was unbelievably heartbroken. It didn't seem
Well, that's a
real
lawsuit waiting to happen.
that this had happened, and so they would continue to dig and figure out what went wrong. And they would finally get their hands on the medical report from the gallbladder exploratory surgery on January 19th. And after giving it to another doctor to look over, this doctor discovered that Sherman had in fact experienced 16 minutes of something known as anesthesia.
Wow, they didn't even wipe that off the report. They're kind of stupid, let's be honest, because, dude, the report says it all. Like, how do you not wipe it off the report? I mean, yeah, it's illegal, obviously, to, like, you know, change the report, but who cares, bro? If you're trying not to get sued and, like, lose all your entire job and, like, your potential of any money, bro, wipe the report. Make it look better.
Awareness, where you are awake or feel a portion of your surgery. And shockingly, this happens to 20,000 people a year. However,
20,000? Okay, well, yeah, I don't think I want surgery ever. Ever.
Sherman's case, forgetting the amnesia drug, just literally what he went through, 16 full minutes of this really intensive surgery that he felt, that is an absolute rarity. That does not happen.
Oh, it's a
very
rarity.
often.
Oh.
Sherman's family would go on to sue the hospital, and they would be awarded an undisclosed amount of money from the hospital in 2008.
Wow. Of course.
Well, I could talk about this topic for 1 year, but we tried in 1 minute today.
That was a crazy story, by the way. That was crazy.
In October of 2005, a 21-year-old named Nathan was back home in Elk Grove, California, visiting his mother at her apartment for a couple of days. Her apartment was part of this really safe complex. It was gated. There's lots of lights and cameras.
That's a really crazy picture. I know it's not the real photo because it says that, but like, bro, that is absurd. What is that laser doing? Is it actually a real laser where it's like, you touch it, you die, or like, oh, you're gonna burn skin, or is it just like, oh, I'm trying to look like a GTA 5 compound right there?
So anything that went bump in the night was just going to be, you know, your noisy neighbors or something. On the last night of Nathan's stay, he was laying in his bed in the guest room, listening to the hum of the street lamp that was outside, and the crickets, and the passing by of cars, when he drifted off to sleep. At about 2 a.m., Nathan woke up, or so he thought. He couldn't move his body, he could only move his eyes,
God,
and
that
even though he had
picture
never
sucks.
experienced sleep paralysis before, he instinctively understood this is probably that. He noticed the room was completely silent. There was no more crickets, no more hum of the light outside, no more traffic, just total silence. And then he started flashing his eyes around the room because he couldn't move his head or his body, and he started taking stock of the room. The bed he was in was positioned as far away from the door as he could in the back right corner. From where he was laying, if he looked to his right, in that corner was this big armoire, and then moving left from the armoire as he scanned the room, you'd come to the door, which is on the opposite side of where his bed was.
I hate
and
the
then if
idea
he
of
kept
sleep
scanning left, he would
paralysis.
reach the foot of his bed, and just beyond the foot of his bed was a table and a chair. But because he was laying flat, he couldn't really look down and actually see the table and chair. And so with all of his strength, he managed to raise his head just enough that he had a line of sight to that section of his room, the only section he has not looked at yet. And he sees the table and chair. And he sees in the corner is this dark figure that's standing there looking at him. He's completely frozen with fear. His thought is, there's an intruder in the house. How did they get in here? What are they doing in here?
Yeah, this just sounds exactly like Fears to Fathom, bro. Like, oh. Oh my god, what would, like, imagine if this was a game of Fears to Fathom. Like, just an episode, bro. Oh, I would have a panic attack.
And he managed to keep his head up just long enough to get a decent look at this dark figure, and he determined it was most likely a woman with a shawl covering her face. And before his head fell back to the pillow, he saw her suddenly crouch down on the ground out of view. And then Nathan's head fell back, and now he knows there's just some stranger in his room, and he can't lift his head up anymore, and he's looking around with his eyes. He sees the armoire, he sees the door, he can't see that table and chair, and then he hears the sound of someone slithering along the ground out of view, and he can hear her breathing as she's getting closer and closer to the edge of the bed. And he's laying there terrified. He's so scared he can't even make a sound. And he's telling himself, this has to be a dream. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And he's laying there, and this woman, she stands up and she leans out over his bed and she looks at him, and her face is pale and her eyes are sunk way back in her head. And then she begins to slowly crawl on top of him, and Nathan's sitting here looking at this woman. He wants to close his eyes, but he can't. Then he just feels his chest being pressed down. He can hear the sounds of the springs compressing all around him as this woman positions herself on his chest. And then he finally manages to let out a scream, and then suddenly he's awake. The woman's
wow,
gone. He sits up, he's looking around. There's no.
That is gotta be the worst case scenario, bro. I don't think I would be able to think for like the next 2 weeks if this happened to me. Like, I honestly think I would probably not be able to like do anything functional.
Nobody in his room, the familiar hum of the light and the crickets and the traffic outside, they all return, and his mom comes running in the room, and she's like, hey, are you okay? I heard screaming in here. And he said, oh, no, I had a bad dream. I'm fine now. I had a terrible dream, but I'm fine now. And his mom's like, okay, all right, you need anything? And he's like, nope. So she comes over, she gives him a hug and a kiss. She goes back to bed, and he would go downstairs, flip on a Disney movie, actually Aladdin, and he would fall asleep with a Disney movie on and with lights on. And there was no more sleep paralysis that night. The next day, Nathan got up and he headed back to his house, and he couldn't shake the experience. He had never had sleep paralysis before, but it was just so much more.
I mean, if that's normal for sleep paralysis, like, bro, yeah, I would hate to have it.
Terrifying than he ever would have imagined. And he's just thinking to himself, I can't believe there are people that put up with this on any sort of regular basis. But, you know, after a couple of days and getting home and not experiencing any sleep paralysis. You know, time went on and he just kind of forgot about it. A few months later, in March of 2006, Nathan is at this big family party in Chico, California, big outdoor barbecue, all of his family's there, and at some point his sister shows up. His sister was not supposed to be attending this party, so it was a great surprise. He hasn't seen her in a while, and he immediately pulls her aside to catch up with her. And so for the first hour of their conversation, they're just chatting about their lives and what they're up to. Towards the end of their conversation, Nathan suddenly felt compelled to share his sleep paralysis experience with his sister.
That's pretty normal.
And the reason he wanted to was because he knew that she knew that he was actually a skeptic. And so she would believe him. If he's telling her this is what happened, she would believe that that's what he saw. And so he starts by saying, you know, I had the weirdest experience at Mom's apartment just a couple of months ago. I'm pretty sure it was sleep paralysis. And his sister immediately butts in and she goes, wait a minute. I had sleep paralysis for the first time in my life 2 weeks ago at Mom's apartment. It was horrible. I was in
Let me guess, they slept in the same room, they experienced the same story. Yeah, I think if that happened to me, which I don't know if that's actually the case, so let me not say that.
And then I saw this woman.
Oh, yep. Okay, so if that happened to me, I think I would never, ever, ever go back to that house. Ever, for any reason. I don't care if there's an emergency. Like, oh, well, you know, I gotta go there to save your mother. No, there's clearly a haunting. You're gonna die. Like, what?
And she was like standing on me. I thought I was gonna die. It was horrible. That's exactly what happened to me. I was laying in the guest room and I couldn't move, and then I saw a woman in the corner and she stood on my chest. They proceeded to go over all the details of each of their stories, and they discovered that they had had almost the exact same experience. And at the end of it, they wanted to have a rational explanation for how they both could just somehow have their only sleep paralysis experience in the same room in roughly the same timeline and experience the exact same events. They were trying to
that's not normal. So I mean my rational explanation is there's a woman in that house living somewhere in that house. Actually, that's kind of ridiculous though, because like I feel like, you know, how is she getting food? How is she getting water, you know?
But it was just too much of a coincidence. But ultimately, neither of them were really prepared to start discussing what else it could be. So they decided to just kind of laugh it off and say, man, that's pretty weird, and they moved on. After the party was over, Nathan would go back to his house and he would tell his wife about this crazy coincidence he and his sister had had, and his wife would say, yeah, that's wild. But after that, Nathan just did not want to think about it.
That's an NPC reaction, by the way. That's wild. Seriously, NPC alert. NPC alert. Like, that's not productive remotely to say, oh, that's just wild.
Pushed it out of his mental space and did forget about it. He moved on. 5 months later, in August of 2006, Nathan's mom would move out of that apartment building and she would move into a 2-story house still in Elk Grove, California. Shortly after she moved in, she asked Nathan if he would come spend a couple nights with her, and Nathan said sure. In order to better understand what happens to Nathan over the course of his stay at his mother's new house, you need to understand a basic layout of her house. So when you walk through her double doors, to your left is going to be a formal living room. In the center of the house is a hallway that shoots straight back to the kitchen. And then to your right when you walk in, there's a wall, and on that wall is the stairs leading up to the second floor. If you take those stairs to the second floor, you reach a landing where there's a window that looks back into the backyard, and immediately to your right, there is a single door, and that's the master bedroom where Nathan's mom would sleep. From the landing, if you turned left, there'd be another door that's a mirror image of the master bedroom door, and this door is the guest room. That's where Nathan was going to stay. And then to the left of the guest room was a hall that went to the front of the house, but that's irrelevant to the story. If you went inside the guest room, the bed was located in the back right corner, so the same layout as the guest room in the apartment building, where the person laying in the bed, so Nathan, his feet would be closest to the door. And from Nathan's perspective in the bed, the only other piece of furniture in this new house guest room was a table that was, from his perspective, on the right-hand wall, centered on the wall, and on the table was a TV. So that's the only things in the room.
That's a weird place to put a TV, I'm not gonna lie.
Uneventful. The second night, not so much. He was up in the guest room, laying on the bed, watching TV, The lights are off, it's just the TV on, and at some point, he dozes off. He wakes up a short time later, and he can't move. It's the same sensation he had when he was staying with his mom at her apartment. And he begins
If it's
to
the same
panic
person,
because
bro,
the
it's
last
over.
time he felt this way, a strange, veiled woman stood on his chest and made it feel like he was dying. And so immediately, he's trying to move his body. He can't. And so using his eyes, he starts looking around the room, praying this woman is not in the room with him. And so he looks to the right, to that corner, which he can see. There's no one there. From this corner, he starts scanning across the room. He sees the TV, it's still on. He keeps scanning and he sees the door and it's open. And he's able to just barely make out the space at the foot of the bed. He can actually see to the corner, and this woman, she's not in here. And so initially, he feels incredibly relieved that she's not in the room with him. But then he finds himself focusing on the open door into the dark hallway. And he's thinking to himself, please do not come walking through that door.
I mean,
so
let's be honest, it's gonna happen.
Door, just hoping he breaks out of the sleep paralysis when he notices something about the TV. It's flickering. And so he averts his gaze to the TV, and he realizes what he's looking at on TV does not look familiar. It does not look like a TV show. It looks like CCTV camera footage. Like, it looks like a security camera footage. And he realizes the footage he's looking at is the inside of his mother's kitchen downstairs. He recognized the way it was laid out.
Oh, so
That's his
how does that
mother's
work?
house.
Does he not know that there's like actually camera footage on his TV? Is that like what?
That's downstairs. And he's staring at the footage thinking, why is this footage playing on the TV? And I don't think there's a camera down there. When he notices on the camera, the woman with the veil walks into the middle of the frame. And she looks up at the camera right.
That's some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff right there. That is crazy horrible.
The camera turns off, and then the room is completely dark.
Yep, nope, that's absolutely Five Nights at Freddy's right there. In real life. That, I mean, imagine living Five Nights at Freddy's in real life. Like, except you can't move. I mean, literally in the game you can't move either. It's like, oh, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I've died.
No more ambient light in the room. The hallway is dark, and he's left paralyzed, knowing this woman is downstairs in the kitchen. And as he's laying there, he hears her start running through the house. And it sounds like an animal barreling into things as she's running through the bottom floor. And she stops at the foot of the stairs. And he's thinking to himself, I know where she's going. She's coming up to my room. And so as he's laying there, he feels his heart racing and he's staring at the open door. He knows she's going to come flying up those stairs and she's going to come through that door. And instead of running up the stairs, he hears her take one step.
Oh,
2-step. And as she's making her way up the stairs, he's just thinking, please break out of this trance. Stop this paralysis. Wake up, wake up. And then he sees her head emerge. And she turns to look at him from the stairs into the room. And once she sees it's him, she bolts around and starts charging into the room on all fours like an animal. At this point, Nathan lets out a primal scream. He is scared for his life as this woman is charging towards him, and she stops dead in her tracks right in the middle of the room.
What is that picture? Like, actually, what is this? Like, the body is literally non-existent on this thing. This creature. Whatever.
She looks at him, turns around, and crashes out of the room, charges downstairs, and then it's silent. As soon as she was downstairs, Nathan could sit up. Except it did not feel like the first time he had sleep paralysis at his mom's apartment when he sat up and he had the sensation of relief. You've woken up. You were asleep before. Now you're awake. This time, it was like he was always awake, but now he can sit up. He did not have a sense of relief.
No.
In fact, he was worried she was still in the house. And as he's sitting up in bed...
Dude, like, I feel like I would die from, like, just panic. Or, like, just fear. Like, dude, I'm bad with this stuff already. Like, you see how I play horror games. Like, bro, I literally suck at, like, not being scared. Like, I would die.
Mother comes running into the room. She looks disheveled. She's half asleep. And she's like, was that you? Were you running around the house? I could have sworn I heard someone running around the house. Was that you? Nathan's looking at her and he can't even process.
What kind of, what's the word? Sleep paralysis is that? Where the scary creature is actually real, but you're in sleep paralysis. Like, how does that work? I mean, I guess you could be in sleep paralysis and get robbed. So no, that means the stupid lady is real. Like, oh no.
What he's been through, whether that was real, whether it was a dream, and he's trying to find the words to describe to his mom the dream he had, but like he can't process what's happening, and he just says, "Mom, we have to check the house. We have to make sure no one's in the house." And so the two of them flip on everybody.
Yeah, no, this
upstairs.
could
They're not
literally
even
be Fears to
talking. At this
Fathom.
point, it's survival mode.
This literally could be a Fears to Fathom episode, and I might just email that person and say, hey, you should make this into a story. Because this would be a great game. Like, that would be terrifying.
They turn on all the lights upstairs, and Nathan leads the way down, and they're flicking on all the lights, and they manage to search the whole house, and there's no sign of a break-in. There's no one in their house. After the coast was clear, and they felt like they were not in immediate danger, they went into the kitchen to kind of talk about what just happened. And so Nathan's like, okay, Mom, I just gotta tell you everything that I'm thinking right now. I can't really process what just happened. I think it was a bad dream, but I'm starting to think that it could be something else, or I'm just losing my mind. So a few months ago, I was sleeping in your guest room in your apartment, and I had an experience that I'm almost positive was sleep paralysis. You know, I was laying there, I couldn't move, and this figure was in the room, and they were standing on me. It was terrifying, but it sounded an awful lot like sleep paralysis. But then a couple months after that, I talked to my sister.
Well, you know, the weird thing is, it's only happened in the house. That means it's gotta be, like, a house. Well, not it happened in a new apartment, bro. I mean, a new house. Like, yeah, no, that's suspicious. That mom is cursed.
And I told
that
her
mom
about
is
it.
got
She
problems.
told me that very recently, right before you moved into this house, actually, she was in that room, and she also had
maybe the
basically
guest
the
bedroom is
exact
cursed.
same experience. She had never had sleep paralysis before. I had never had sleep paralysis before. So we've basically had the exact same horrifying experience in the same room around the same time. And then just now, tonight, I had another sleep paralysis experience with the same woman who's running around the house, and you just said you heard her running around the house. His mom looked really concerned, but she wasn't shocked. She says to Nathan, I have seen this woman. I saw her in my apartment way long time ago, but I remember what you're describing. That's the experience I had. This woman showed up in the room, and she stood on me. And it scared the heck out of me, but I didn't tell anyone because
Get rid of that phone,
I thought it was
please.
sleep paralysis.
Come on,
and so
come
Nathan
on.
and his mom proceeded to spend the next several hours just talking through what this could be. How could they, all three of them, you know, him, his mom, and his sister.
Dude, I mean, yeah, at this point, it's not even like you could just leave the house and move, because you already did that, and it's like, oh, well, when I last moved, it was over.
How could all of them
happen again?
have had the exact same experience? And how could tonight, when Nathan had this experience, how could his mom have heard those footsteps if that was indeed sleep paralysis?
I mean, I would find a police officer and sleep with them for the rest of my life. That's what I would do. I would sleep in the police department. That's where I would sleep.
It wasn't Nathan. He was in the bedroom. And it wasn't his mom. She was in her bedroom. And she didn't have any pets. So who could it be? Nathan says he and his family are still totally rattled by this experience, and they don't have an answer. And this is a family of skeptics, so they're not looking for a reason to call this paranormal. They simply don't have the answers. Nathan has said that he, his mom, and his sister have not had any further experiences with the woman in black ever since that last experience Nathan had, and they're just hoping it stays that way. Hold on, we got one more very special story to cap off these 5 stories. It is special because this story is going to be included in our brand new graphic novel coming out October 1st. And I actually told this story live recently on a YouTube live stream. And so if you missed that live telling, don't worry, because we pulled that story out of the live stream. We completely edited it. And now you all get to listen to it right here, right now. Enjoy.
Here's to
yeah, let's just put an ad
favorites.
here, you know.
Made with love right at home.
What? Why do we need this much caramel?
Autumn fun and flavors wherever we roam.
The caramel's good, but like, bro, it's not that good, bro. I don't need to down it like that.
In July of 2012, there was...
Does any of your family know of this man? No. Bro, this guy's the GOAT. I don't know anyone in person at all who knows about this YouTube channel at all. Like, I don't understand how. Like, he's so big. And also, he's the GOAT.
Was a woman named Simone who was 22 years old, who was living in this beautiful town in southwestern Germany called Rudesham am Rhein. And it's this winemaking village, and it's gorgeous.
Bro, no. Look at this. He's got, like, full-on, like, papier-mâché trees in the background. He went all out. Well, I don't know if that's what it is, but like they're fake trees, obviously, in a podcast studio. Like, this is crazy.
Sham am Rhein, and it's this winemaking village, and it's gorgeous. There's rolling green hills, there's vineyards as far as the eye can see. It's situated right on the Rhine River. It's like this wonderful place, and Simone had grown up in this village. That's where she lived, and she loved it there. Charmed childhood. You know, she's 22 now, but this summer she was feeling a little bit down because she was actually getting ready to leave this village and start the next chapter of her life in New York City. But instead of dwelling on, this, sadness of moving away from home for the first time, she instead was really fixated on what she was going to do that summer, her final summer in Rudesham am Rhein. And so Simone, one of her favorite memories of her entire life in this village is in the summer she would go to this summer camp. There was this beautiful little camp in this forest that was not far from the town. And
why is it repeating the same graphic novel? I like the art style nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, if this is what his graphic novel looks like, I mean, that's crazy. Like, they're probably previewing... It feels old, though? I don't know.
She was a little kid. She went as...
When was this video made? Oh, 1 month ago. Oh, so, I mean, oh. Okay. Kidnapping victim? Okay, I mean, some of these videos he's linking underneath are crazy. Okay, anyways.
An attendee to this camp, there's all these counselors and there's 200 kids that go to it and they play games and there's, they put on stage plays and it's just this wonderful, wholesome camping experience. And when she became a teenager, she basically was too old to go to this camp. And so she did what many of the other former attendees did, which is they eventually transitioned to becoming a counselor, like a volunteer counselor. And so she became a counselor and, loved it, frankly, more than...
Bro, what is this shirt, by the way? Seagulling, and it's a picture of a frog. Quincy, Mass. I don't understand.
An attendee, and for every summer after that, she was a volunteer...
Why are you linking a Discord, bro?
Counselor, and this summer, July of 2012, was no different. And she was going to be a counselor as well. So that was what she was going to do with her final summer before leaving.
My Discord server? Why are you sending my Discord server? What? It's, okay, whatever.
For New York City. So, in mid-July of that year, Simone packs up her stuff and she heads off to this forest to go be a camp counselor. And so the logistics of this camp is the attendees, the children. It's a 2-week-long camp, 200 kids. They would get dropped off by their parents in the morning, and then in the evening they'd get picked up and go back home. But for the counselors, they would actually live at the campsite for the 2 weeks. It was like a 2-week time they were out in the woods together.
Interesting.
And the counselors had kind of created that tradition, if you will, and they told the staff, if you will, that the reason they were doing that is for efficiency's sake. We got to we'll be there first thing in the morning because we're living there and we can set the camp up, and when the kids go home for the day, we're all going to be there anyways, so it's easier to clean up the camp. There's all these reasons they had for it, but the truth was the reason the counselors liked to stay at this camp and live there is because after the kids would go home at night, all the counselors would retreat to their tents, which they stayed in for these 2 weeks. They put these tents out in the forest. So the camp is like in a clearing, and then basically just into the tree line they would set up their tents. And the counselors would live out there for the 2 weeks. But once the kids were gone, they would just go out to their little campsite and put a little campfire together. And the drinking age was 16 years old, or it is 16 years old in Germany. And so they just like party, basically. Not like crazy, but they had like a good time.
Every time you start a stream, you should join my Discord server in here and pin it. Everyone on this platform does that when they start. Oh, really? I guess that's true.
I'm out in the woods. So that was the real allure of the counselor side of being at this camp. So Simone, mid-July, she heads out to the camp. She gets there a day ahead of when camp starts, and she connects with all of the counselors she hadn't seen for so long, and they set up the camp. and then that night they did not go out into the woods and have a party. They just set up their tents out in the tree line. And then the next day is day one of the actual camp, and the kids come along.
You need to pick up his novels if you still read. Well, let me look in the description. Check out my second show called Mr. Ballen's Medical Mysteries on Amazon Music. Didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Bone chilling new show. Bedtime Stories podcast. Bro, he has like 2,000 podcasts. Oh my god. He's got a Spanish channel too. And a second channel? Oh man. Okay, anyways, I'm getting distracted. Bedtime Stories is insane, yeah.
They get dropped off by their parents, and they have this wonderful first day of camp, you know, doing their thing, doing camp stuff. And then in the evening, after the kids all left, Simone and the other, dozen or so counselors, after doing all their chores to wrap up for the day, they excitedly grabbed, their beer and wine and rushed out to the tents in the forest to have their first kind of like party night. And so they get out to the tents, and they're all, having a good time, swapping stories, just enjoying summer. Mm-hmm. And in virtue of it being the first day, a lot of the counselors were pretty exhausted. It was a full effort that first day, and so no one was really up for staying up super late. They wanted to crash and just go to bed. Simone kind of wanted to stay awake, and so she was one of the last people to finally retire into her tent. But she did eventually. It's well past midnight. You got to picture where this is happening too. They're far enough away from the actual campground. They're like well into the tree line that there's no light beyond whatever they have on them. So, if you sleep in these woods, it's like darkness, right? So it's well past midnight. Simone finally is like one of the last people to climb into her tent, and they all slept on these cots that they would put inside of their tent, so they're elevated off the ground. And so Simone gets into her tent, and she gets in her cot, and it's just so hot. It was just really hot this time of the year, and she just felt like it was stifling in her tent. And so she decided she would pull her cot out of her tent and just basically set it just in the woods. Like
I think that's a really silly idea.
Imagine if you wandered off into the woods with a cot, put it down, and lied on top of it. That's what she was doing. She's in the middle of the forest, completely exposed, and she's going to try to sleep.
So all it takes is a raccoon, and boom. Bro, you're cooked. If like a raccoon walks on you, bro, and you wake up, you're like, what?
It's a little bit cooler out there. She wasn't the only one doing this. Some of the other counselors had also struggled to fall asleep because of the heat. So there was at least a few other people that had their cots outside of their tent. And so Simone, she puts her cot next to or near another counselor who's already asleep. Simone gets in her cot, and she's trying to fall asleep, but she's still struggling to fall asleep. She could only really hear the sounds of the other counselors that were kind of snoring and, sleeping away, but she couldn't sleep. And she had this growing sense of dread as she was laying, again, in total darkness in the woods, exposed in this cot. I can imagine it being a little bit stressful. But eventually, she falls asleep.
Bro. What is this? Okay, yeah, whatever.
I'm going to show you an image that we were going to prep and put on the screen, but I'm going to show you literally in the book. Once she falls asleep, Simone is thrust into a visceral nightmare, one that she remembered every detail of this nightmare. So in her dream, okay, she comes to in her dream, and she looks out, and she sees this post-apocalyptic skyline. It's like a desert city with all these
that looks really
buildings that have now basically fallen into disrepair. They're crumbling over. It looks like, a nuclear bomb has gone off, and we're in the nuclear holocaust, and humanity is being wiped out. And so she's looking off into the distance, and she sees this skyline of just broken down buildings, and it's just, sand everywhere. And between her and these buildings, so in the foreground, are all these people that are just standing there, shoulder to shoulder, maybe like a couple 100 feet away from her. Their clothes are in tatters. You know, they look like some of them are naked, but they're just like barely wearing any of these clothes, and they're standing there, shoulder to shoulder, just staring at Simone. It's hard to detail this and hold this, but there you go. That's the visual for the skyline.
Yo, he's a former United States Navy SEAL. Yeah. I mean, this guy's crazy. He like lives an insane life, bro.
And so they're all staring at Simone, and so she instinctively is fearful of these people, but they're not moving towards her. They're not doing anything. They're just kind of standing there like zombies, and so she's kind of taking stock of the scene, and she didn't know why it was scary, but it was. You know, she's like, this is a nightmare, right? As she's looking at these people, and as she's
by the way, I don't think I've had a nightmare in forever. It's been like 2 years probably.
In the skyline, she takes stock of the fact that on either side
of
her,
I meant 3 years. Yeah, it's been 3 years.
Are these two huge men that she doesn't know how, or they're not physically laying hands on her, but she can tell they are the reason that she can't move from the spot she's in. She's kind of rooted to the spot. The guy on her left is not doing anything. He's just standing there, but the guy on her right is kind of turned to the side, like he's doing something with his hands, but you can't quite see what it is. And so, you know, Simone, she's kind of looking over as best as she can at this guy, trying to figure out what he's doing. She's seeing these people and this horrible skyline. And then at some point, the guy on her right turns back around, and in his hand, he's holding what looks like a wreath, like a holiday wreath you would hang on your door, you know, during Christmas time, let's say. Mm-hmm. And so Simone sees this wreath, doesn't really know what to make of it. You know, it's this weird, you know, nightmare she's having. But the guy, without saying anything, who's next to Simone, he raises the wreath over her head, right? He's holding it above her head.
It's
and
a
at
weird
this point,
dream.
the other guy on the left side of Simone, he grabs the other side of this wreath. So now there's 4 hands holding this wreath above Simone's head, okay? I don't know if I'm in frame, so I'm going to go straight on with the camera. So they're holding this wreath, and they begin to lower it towards Simone's head. And as they do, Simone can tell all these people, they're looking a little bit more intently in the direction of Simone, really taking into account what's going to happen here. And as soon as this wreath touches Simone's head, she feels this blinding pain, like an excruciating pain all around the crown of her head. And she realizes at this exact moment that this is not just some wreath, it's a crown of thorns. And the thorns are digging into her head, and these 2 huge men are pulling it down on her head as hard as they possibly can. And she wants to scream, but she can't make any noise. She wants to run, she can't. And so she's just stuck there, feeling this excruciating pain, and blood is pouring down her face. And it's unreal. It feels real. It literally feels real to her. And so in the dream, this goes on for several seconds until finally it's so much that she wakes up. She's out of the dream. And so Simone, she takes stock of the fact that she's in this dark forest, which must have been, you know, disconcerting at first, but she looks around, she's in her cot, she's surrounded by the counselors, she can't really see anything, but she's like, oh, okay, it was just a bad dream. But instinctively, like we all do when we sometimes have, maybe not dreams like this, I hope not, but similar horrible dreams, you kind of check just to make sure you really are not dreaming. And so she reached up and touched her head to make sure she was not, in fact, wearing a crown of thorns. And she touched her head, and there was no crown of thorns, and so she's relieved. But when she brought her hand back down, she can't see her hand, it's too dark, but she felt like there was something on it, something sticky. And at the same time, as she's noticing that there's something sticky on her head, she begins to feel this pain bubbling up around her head that was very similar to the pain she felt in her dream. And so as this pain is ratcheting up and up and up, she catches out of the corner of her eye, again, it's very dark, but maybe out of the moonlight or something, she could either hear something or barely see something running around in the tree line near her, kind of scurrying off away from her. She has no idea.
Oh. This is why I would say don't sleep on a cot in the middle of the forest, because why would you do this? Look what you just did to yourself. Like, now you're in the middle of a forest with no ambulance nearby, and there's something moving around that clearly attacked you.
Idea what it is,
idiot.
But you can't even focus on it because now the pain, the real pain, not the phantom pain in her dream, but the actual pain to her head is so blinding, she can only focus on that. And it finally gets to the point where she starts to panic. She doesn't know what's going on. She's realizing this is blood. That's what I touched my head. There's blood on my head. And so she begins to scream.
Yeah.
So she's screaming, and the girl who's next to her, the other counselor, wakes up because the girl's screaming right next to her. The counselor sits up. She sees Simone screaming. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? She can't see Simone. It's too dark. And so this other counselor fumbles for a flashlight, grabs a flashlight, turns around, and shines it on Simone's face. And the second Simone is illuminated, and this counselor can see her, the other counselor begins to scream at what she sees on Simone's head. And so for the next 15 minutes, it is absolute chaos in the forest as people are screaming. They're trying to figure out what's going on. The other counselors are waking up. Nobody knows what's going on. And in the course...
Bro, imagine waking up in the middle of a forest to a bunch of people screaming. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I think I would probably die from a heart attack.
For those 15 minutes, the other counselors grab Simone. They put her into one of the vehicles they had at the camp. And by this point, Simone is vomiting. She's still bleeding from her head. And they rushed her to the hospital. I wish I could poll right now and say, what do you think happened? But I'll tell you what happened. When Simone was having that dream, the dream where she sees the city skyline and she doesn't know what's going on, and then suddenly she felt the thorns being driven into her head. Well, the pain she was feeling in her dream of something driving into her head was synced up with actual pain she was feeling in real life.
Oh.
There was something digging into her head, but for some reason...
How do you have a dream like that then? How do you have a dream? How does that work?
Her body, her brain didn't process the pain in real life the way you would think you would, like wake up because something's happening to you. Instead, the thing that was happening in real life to Simone's head kind of manifested itself in this dream. So we basically believe Simone was already having a nightmare. She's in this post-apocalyptic landscape, and then something in real life began happening to her head, and it entered her dream. That was the crown of thorns. Well, the real thing that was happening was a fox had snuck into the camp, or it was living in the forest, wandered up to Simone, and began eating her scalp. And it sat there and ate her head and took at least 20 solid bites out of her head before the pain in real life that had manifested in her dream got so extreme.
What did I say about like a raccoon? I guess a fox in this case. Like, this is why you don't sleep in the middle of the forest. There's a reason why, like, food, water, and shelter are the necessities for survival. Like, what? That was some good head is such a wild statement.
That Simone bolted upright, and her sitting upright scared the fox off, and almost certainly that is the thing she saw scurrying off into the forest. And she was rushed to the hospital. She would be saved, and they actually were able to suture her scalp all back together again, and they hid the scars in her hairline. But I spoke to Simone, so I mentioned there was a connection to our community. She might even be listening to this, to be honest.
This guy is crazy, bro. He finds his stories firsthand. He actually talks to the people he's talking about. Like, what?
Simone posted this story on our subreddit. It was about her and this experience. You know, she described this whole story and how after it happened, she was so traumatized that she not only could not go back.
She'll get rabies. Well, if she received rabies, then it'll be instant infection because rabies reached your brain. I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know. Actually, I mean, probably.
Back in that forest ever
well,
again.
I mean, he said that the doctors fully recovered her, so I mean, I would imagine she didn't get rabies, but I don't know. I mean, rabies is not guaranteed by, like, any animal. It's like, I don't know.
But she couldn't go into any forests anymore. I mean, it's like true PTSD. And she says she still has phantom pain, you know, where the fox bit her head. And she also said that because it was a fox, she had to go through this insane, like, rabies protocol. Rabies is a lethal, you know, disease you can get from animals that have it. It's treatable, but she had all these shots she had to get. I mean, it was like this horrible experience, but she lived, and she's one of our amazing members of the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious community.
Dang.
And so, yeah, that story is a wild one, and it's one of the stories in our graphic novel here. Just to show that image again. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty good. Go to cam 2, see if you can zoom in on that again. That's the I can't show too much, but here's what you get to see. Pretty good stuff. Pretty cool.
Oh wow. Okay, let me look at this quickly. Book at Ballin Studios. Book Ballin. Oops. Studios. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Let me see this. Oh, never mind. Just want to know the price, bro. Oh, you sent me a link, Amazon link to the book and chat. Hold on. I don't want to expose anything, so let me just do this. No, you didn't. Oh, you mean stream chat? I'm stupid. Okay. Click that. Boop. Okay. So it's $20. Dang. Okay. Okay, whatever. That's crazy. Wait, where was the thing I was? Oh shoot. Oh, I'm gonna leave a link on that one. Nah, so I mean that was pretty good video to be honest. Let me see this.
Is it that White House? Yeah.
Like, why did he link this? Okay.
I think they're crazy.
I'm okay. I'm not gonna watch this because I mean that's crazy. But yeah. Now look at my recommended, bro. Anyways, okay. So yeah, I think that's everything for my stream. It's been a pretty lengthy stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here. Yeah, if you liked it, then make sure to follow. I want to hopefully hit 50 followers sometime in the future. I don't know when that's actually gonna happen at all, but yeah. I don't really care. I gave away that information. Whoopsies. I don't care. Bro says whoopsies, like I don't really care. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, yeah, so that's that. Peace.